Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
They got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case.
That crap.
Dati mihi Anglican police service Latino.
That's literally not true.
I didn't ask you to interrupt me. Oh, for crumb's sake.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Podcast Thursday. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. It's good to have you here. Sorry I'm a little late today. Had to get Mrs. R.A. and the kids out the door on a field trip. They are headed to Raleigh to go have some fun there. Oh, okay. Good morning. Good morning. So good to be here with y'all. We've got a crazy day lined up because we have the beginning, I think we have the beginning of a new trial today. Donna Adelson should kick off today. I think where we're at on the jury selection there is just waiting for each side to kick people off whoever they want to, and then whatever's left, we see the jury, and it should be quick. So probably I would say I'd be surprised if we don't start by lunchtime on Donna Adelson. So we have that set up, and I have a placeholder and everything ready to go. It's hidden so you can't see it. Although somebody found their way in. It literally was an unlisted live stream, and someone has already been first in chat. I don't know how you do that. But good. Kim R., congratulations. We need your help today, Kim. Thanks for winning the internet. Sweet. He has it up already. Red Pen, I need the thumbnail. For some reason, when I go to Canva, it tells me I have to request access from you again, and I don't know why. See, I'm here in Canva. Accounts. I go over to Teams, switch teams, Red Pen's team, and now it's working. Did you do a thumbnail on this one? I thought you were doing a thumbnail. I see the Wolfenbarger. Is it Garger? I think that's spelled wrong. All right. Anyway, we've got a lot of things to do here. Red Pen is busy. R.A., she's solo today. Yes, she is super busy. Amber made the thumbnail. It's more of a flow chart. Awesome. Okay. I don't see it. I see it not. All right. We'll figure that out. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday after all. We have a podcast tonight. It's a Red Cup solo day. I lost. How did I do that?
I was told counsel wanted to see me at sidebar.
Oh, it's on the ground. I found it. So I lost a little cable.
You look good.
I'm channeling my inner primates, trying to pick it up with my foot. There we go. We got it. Okay. Everyone be on good behavior because I've given Red Pen complete control. Her decisions go today. So don't do anything that makes her have to work harder, else she'll just ban you. All right. Good morning. Good morning.
I don't know who won.
You're all having fun. Fun things to come today. We also we have birthdays to do this morning. I'm not sure if Red Pen, if you I've not ever had to ban anyone. So today will be a first, I'm thinking, because it's going to be crazy. We're nearing the end of the case for Georgia versus Christopher Wolfenbarger. Sorry. The state should arrest first thing this morning when they start in about an hour. And then we will have defense. Apparently, from yesterday, we heard that there are going to be a couple witnesses. One of them might have to be picked up and driven to the courthouse by a sheriff under threat. Does not want to be there. That's going to be spicy. Yeah, it's going to be good. So let's see. Here are our birthdays right there. Thank you, Red Pen. We've got Debbie's daughter, Debbie in Kentucky, and Lady Z. Lady ZY. I think it's Lady Z.
Shame on you, sir.
Lady ZE. EZE. Is that it? Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to sing to Debbie's daughter, who I guess that's how we're going to sing it. We're going to sing Debbie's daughter and Lady Z. How this works is, everybody, please help me out. Is my volume a little low? Is that a little better? There we go. James, appreciate that. Test 1 2. Check 1 2. I am a tiny bit low. Check test 1 2. Let me make this a little hotter. Let's see. I'm coming out on 2, right? Test 1 2. Test. Oh, that's so hot. I mean, like not like hot, but just. Yeah, you can hear my fan in the background now. Hear that? We should do the whole day like this, ASMR style.
Happy birthday. You look good.
Is that hot enough for you? All right, we'll turn it down just a teensy bit. All right, is that just me? Is that? It's not changing for you, is it? It's not changing. Test one. Oh, that is changing. Okay, we'll leave it about right here. I don't have to turn down my headphones a little bit because I'm deafening myself. All right, where we are, we're going to sing happy birthday to everybody. Let's roll, nerds. Hannah, I love that. I love that. Big tribute to Judge Fleischer. Yes, it's getting weird early. It is. You know what the problem is? I had rotisserie chicken for breakfast, which I've heard of chicken and waffles. I just had the chicken. What happened was this. First of all, yesterday, you saw me consume a vast quantity of popcorn, just dry, air-popped popcorn, no seasoning, nothing. It didn't hit the spot, right? So once everything was over, I actually had to go and redo the flour order. So I went and took care of the flours. And while I was there, I'm like, hey, Sam's Club is right there. And so I pulled into Sam's Club, and I've got my boy with me. He's like, we need chicken. And as soon as he said chicken, I knew we needed to get rotisserie chicken. So we grab a cart because, you can't just carry rotisserie chicken. It's like 700 degrees when you pick it up off the shelf. It's too hot. It's like molten lava in a little plastic container. So pushing the cart, go back to the back of the Sam's Club, and there's a lady who's already there at the rotisserie chicken display counter. And she's got her kid in her cart, and she's in there. Her cart is like pulled right up next to the thing, and she's blocking like the whole front of the rotisserie chicken section. So it's like, all right, I'm a patient guy, right? I can wait. I don't have to be like, hey, I need my chicken. So I'm sitting there waiting, and she's got her phone out, and she's scrolling. I'm like, it's okay. She probably got an important message or something she has to read, and she's scrolling. I'm like, all right. I do the polite, the cough. That's not really a cough. And it's why I did that noise. It's not that there was something in my throat. It's just like, hello, I'm here. Just want to let you know politely that I'm here and you're there, and I'd like to be there. Could you move over here? So I'm standing there, and she's scrolling, and then I'm like, she found it. Okay, give her a second. She reads it. She reads, and then she turns, quickly turns like she's read rotisserie chicken, and she turns and she looks at the rotisserie chicken, and she grabs one and she puts it in the cart. I'm like, I grab my cart. I'm like, I'm ready, right? I'm gonna just swoop in. She's got hers. I'm ready to go, and she puts it in the cart, and it goes straight back to the phone position. Here. She's got the phone back up. I'm like, Oh, I in my head, I'm like, I know what just happened. She found her list. She's like, yep, I do need rotisserie chicken. She got the rotisserie chicken. Now she's looking, where do I go next on the store? So I'm just waiting for her to get that little prompt. It's like, oh, I need cheese or whatever it is she needs. And she's scrolling. I'm like, any day now, just any item, just go to the next item and we'll be fine. And so my son's sitting there, and he's like, Dad, are we going to get chicken? I'm like, hang on, polite. This is what you do. And she's scrolling. And she turns back to the rotisserie chicken, and she grabs another rotisserie chicken. I'm like, she needed 2. I understand. It happens to the best of us. I myself am planning on getting 2. And she gets rotisserie chicken. I once again grab the cart. I'm like, I preemptively start to push a little bit, just get the cart moving a little bit. Out comes the phone again. I'm like, oh, come on. Ma'am, the rotisserie chicken is not getting any younger, right? It's not getting any colder either, but it's not getting any younger, and I'd like it while it's still young. And she continues to scroll, and I'm eyeing the rotisserie chickens in her cart, And she's picked 2 good ones. I mean, she has an eye. You know, there's some rotisserie chicken that's like really good, and there's some that's like above par. You know, it's the larger one. It's the perfect browning. It's not burnt on the edges. And so I'm sitting there thinking, man, she's got a good eye. I hope she hasn't taken all the good ones. And she's scrolling again. She scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. And same thing, like that aha moment on her phone. And she turns around to the rack a 3rd time. And she grabs another chicken. And I'm like, okay, she's getting all the good ones. I don't know what it says on her phone, but she's getting all the good chickens. I'm like, okay. So I'm like maneuvering my cart a little bit to, you know, I can't really ram her cart, but I'm maneuvering closer. And she's like, she's blocked the whole entrance. 5 chickens. She got 5 chickens. And I don't know if she got more, because on her 5th chicken, I maneuvered, I anticipated. I said, I've seen this before. You're going to grab a chicken, you're going to turn, you're going to put it in your cart. And in that moment, there will be a small gap where I can access the display. And I've already scoped out 2 chickens. And she turns to put one in her cart, and I just dive in. Just like, I didn't elbow, but we might have had some contact. I just dove in and grabbed 2 chickens, scalding my hands. I don't care if I'm grabbing the bottom. I need these chickens. Grab them, stick in my cart, and I go. And she, for all I know, she's still there collecting chickens. I don't know why he had to look at the phone every single time. But anyway, I had rotisserie chicken for breakfast. And it was delicious because it was leftover. So anyway, I'm not sure why I told you that story. Good morning. Good morning. 5 is a lot of chickens. All right, we're supposed to sing happy birthday. We're supposed to sing happy birthday. Oh, my goodness. Instacart shopper. I don't know. She was there with her kid. Like he was in the cart, just like calm, cool, and collected. Anyway, here we go.
I saw a chicken fighting.
Let's sing happy birthday to Debbie's daughter and Lady Z. It goes like this. Everyone stand up, take a deep breath, shoulders back, project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with your neighbor, warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. That was really loud, the drums. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. This is so hot. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Debbie's daughter and Lady Z. Happy birthday to you. Debbie's daughter and Lady ZZ. Lady ZE. Happy birthday. I realize there are many wonderful days. Today is your special day. I realize there are a million places you could be and a million people you could have celebrated with. Probably the lady that has 5 chickens. She's got enough food for everybody. But no, you chose to be here with us. The privilege, the pleasure, the honor, the joy is ours. Hopefully you can turn some of that pleasure and joy back to you and make your day a little more specialer. Help yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP, Village Inn, Waffle House, McDonald's, Tammy Dunlap's house, Andy's Grill, Bob Evans, and Cracker Barrel. I'm not sure if I can say Cracker Barrel anymore. Apparently it's in the news and it's all... You have to pick a side, apparently. So just get pancakes. Wherever you go, get pancakes. Have some chicken with it if they have any. I hear we're running low on chicken. But there you go. I mentioned Waffle House. I can't paint all the Waffle Houses with one brush, right? Not every Waffle House comes with the rooftop view, if you know what I mean. I'm sure there are some that are just like dang good at making pancakes and waffles. So go to one of those. And French toast to Colleen's house as well. All right. Happy birthday. I had no intention of telling you the chicken story this morning. Oh. I've got another story for when the song ends. We'll let the dancers do their thing first. Drum solo for the big finish. Help me finish the song off in style. The song will stop, but the party never stops. Beautiful. I actually think I'm a better drummer because of that finish. Next time I get to play the drums, I'll just be amazing. Let's see. Mark this segment, RA versus the Greeners. Greeners. Go easy on the mods. Anyway, I forgot what the other, oh yes, one of the other reasons why I was late, because the family left a few minutes before I started. I got an email from FedEx yesterday, which is not what I wanted to get from FedEx. Yesterday, I wanted to get a package from FedEx, but I got an email from FedEx. And just so you know, we homeschool, and we don't go out much. Like today is an exception. The family's out, I'm here, but there's always somebody here, right? Unless we're like gone somewhere, there's always somebody here. I know that doesn't make sense. We're here like 99% of the time. If the sun is up, we're here. That's the sort of people we are. We're not jet setting all over the place. Anyway, so FedEx has this package for me, which it's the replacement for my Hyperdeck from Sweetwater. Thank you, Sweetwater. And I tell my family, I'm expecting a package. It requires a signature. I need you guys to just, basically, you're in the front room already. Just if somebody knocks on the door 3 feet away from you, just answer it. That's all I ask. And they're like, oh, sure, no problem. We're doing reading today. We're all just going to be sitting there listening to one person read, because my wife loves to read to the family. And so they're doing that. And I'm thinking, this is a done deal. They'll knock on the door. My kids will open it, or my wife will open it. Someone will sign. I got my package. It's a win-win. I get an email from FedEx. We tried to deliver. I'm like, oh, some kid's getting put up for adoption is what I'm thinking. Like that's where I go to in my head. Someone's getting put up for adoption. And then they add insult to injury, and they add a picture. And I'm looking at this picture,
I think
and they tried to deliver it to my Airbnb. And so they take a picture of the Airbnb, which is on a different road, facing a different street, would be a completely different address than my house. My house, it faces one street. Airbnb faces another. They are separate. My house is labeled. The mailbox, everything, it's on one side. They delivered to the building next door. And of course, nobody answered, because right now it's vacant. We've got somebody coming in a little bit. So this morning, I grabbed some paper, and I made a big sign. And I've taped it all over my door. I've also tried to reach FedEx online. I'm like, how do we get FedEx to stop going to the back of my house and looking for a shed to knock on the door for? Okay, why can't they come to my door like everybody else does? UPS, Amazon, USPS, they all come to the front door. DHL comes to the front door. FedEx is like, is there a shed on the property? Maybe they're there. I don't know. I don't know why. Anyway, so I've made a big sign. All my doors are open. I'm listening carefully. If you guys hear a knock, tell me. And maybe it's good that we have the mic up so hot, because I have to run out and sign. Otherwise, I have to end up driving to Raleigh and pick it up myself. So, all right, we are. Probably should save those for the podcast, but maybe they live in the garage. Could be. Did you put a sign on the Airbnb? No, I put a big sign on my door that you can see from the parking place, and it says FedEx with a big underline. I am home. Please knock. Underline. And so I figured there are a couple battles I can fight. I can either teach them where the front door is, or I can have them at least knock loud enough that I can hear, and then I can talk to them and say, why are you coming to my back door? Because that I think was a better face-to-face conversation than something like scribble on the paper. Let's see. Get a Ring doorbell. Don, you have a point here, and I can actually shorten your request to something else that would probably be reasonable. That just says get a doorbell. If I just had a doorbell, that would probably fix it. I do not.
Shame on you, sir.
I don't. I have an alarm if you open the door. I'll hear that. But I do not have a doorbell, front or back. For some reason, I know the reason. I had 6 kids. That's why I don't have a doorbell. Because apparently the doorbell is like, hey, it's like a 1-key synthesizer. Let's play a song on it. That's why I don't have a doorbell. So go put a sign on the Airbnb. We don't live here. This is the garage. Yeah. Brenda Byer, member for 23 months. Hello. Looking forward to spending the day with chat. Welcome. It's good to have you here. We will actually follow court here in just a minute, but this is how my day started. I might have to go make a sign for the Airbnb. At least it requires my signature. I got Amazon going around the side of my house. Sometimes I'm placing packages up by my garbage can. Even worse, though, is when they pile all the packages in front of my door and I can't open it. James, that's a you problem. I think that has to do with you ordering. You might want to, well, you probably use the Amazon delivery day and then they just get them all at the same time. I watched the FedEx truck pull a U-turn yesterday watching trial. Wow. All right. We sang happy birthday. Court has not started yet. We expect to have possibly, I don't know if we should do this. Should we finish off the Wolfenbarger case and then do catch up on Donna? Because Donna's going to go and go and go. Donna Adelson is going to be a long trial. We could probably, I think we might have a verdict today. No, we won't. It's going to be Friday for sure. I don't know. Friday will be closings, possible verdict Friday. I don't know. We've got, I can't just run late. We can't run late tonight because we have the podcast, so I can't interrupt that. Go now and do your Airbnb sign before court starts. I should. I'm afraid if I put too many signs out, though, the driver's just going to be like, we tried to deliver. No one was there. Ha ha ha. Take that. I think that's what they're going to do. Let's see. James, let me, complete side note, and stop me if I'm being too nosy. James, you are a verified account. You're one of the few verified accounts on YouTube. And I clicked on your username. You joined before YouTube was a thing. Like 18 years ago, you set up your account on YouTube. And that is awesome. That is awesome. I think you joined before I knew what YouTube was. That's really cool. Anyway, we tried to deliver, but we got confused about the signs. I have not. I tried to call them. They said, contact us, reach out to us. And it's like, and then you try and they're like, so we can help you better when an agent comes on the line. Please give us a short description of your problem. And so I type in, FedEx keeps delivering to my shed instead of my house. And when it requires a signature, I can't get my package. And they're like, you said you missed your delivery. Here's your options for an answer. And they're all online. No people talk to you. And so it's impossible for me to get a person. Can you divide and conquer, send some kids over to the Airbnb in case they deliver there? Everybody's gone today. I'm on my own. And it's not like super pressing. I've got 2 working hyperdecks. This was just, I would like to have 3. But I just don't want to have to drive somewhere to pick it up. You need a Ring Cam and an Alexa. I can do one better. I can put a pan tilt zoom camera out the back door and go live with the view as soon as they pull up so we could film them and watch and see if they even knock on the door. I want to talk to someone at Google and I don't even know where to start. You pretty much have to work there, I think. I'm unsupervised today. Yes, that's part of the reason why I was late. Do you see Judge Simpson pretty much threw the book at Mr. Magoo? We saw that the other day. That was wild. He had a lawyer, though. Good on Magoo for getting a lawyer. Sovset with a lawyer. It's amazing. Not to be facetious, but this is the biggest problem you have. Yes, I realize I live a blessed life. Me complaining about, having to go and pick up my package in person, it's small potatoes when I compared to some of the challenges a lot of people are facing. So I understand that. They never knock on the door here. Well, there's a big sign, so hopefully. Another vote for Wise. I tried Ring and Blink, but keep going back to Wise. The app's so much better. Price is better on the cameras for sure. They're dirt cheap. Will Adelson start today? Holly Mac, yes-ish. Yes, it's supposed to. Meaning if everything goes as planned, which should not take long, I believe they'll start by midday, and we'll jump to that. Have Real Link It's got a SIM card instead of cloud storage. Love it. I am very tempted to get like Reolink has a top of the line pan tilt zoom camera, dome camera, like a security camera that I can. It's got some. It's good. I'm tempted to get that and link it into my system, so I can watch the poll from in here. Let's see. Always recording like that. All right. While we wait for court to start, let's see if we can bring in. See if we can wander around and see what other trials are happening. Let's see. Judge Boyd is going on. Judge Wolf is at Heavenly Wood today. Let's see if we can do this. Do we have audio from him? I was going the wrong place. Hang on one second. We haven't seen Heavenly Wood in quite a while.
Those were filed probably before the case was the venue change, so I don't know.
Can you hear?
All right, well, we'll...
I'm going to have to move because I'm covering his place.
Now again.
We call this the Heavenly Wood courtroom because it is heavenly and it's mostly wood.
Well, I'd rather have some guidelines going into the trial and have an order knowing what we can ask and not ask today than during the middle of a trial, Your Honor. Hey, Ms. Clack. Okay. Ms. Clack, yeah, okay.
How did the inmate get Bo's quiet
Let me
comfort
deal with
headphones?
these other matters because obviously your motion to exclude the live stream of any pretrial motions, and I've read through your motion. Defense have any objection to any of that?
He wants to turn off the camera?
What I'm talking about now is the state's motion to exclude a live stream of the pretrial motions and the trial itself. It is a public trial. We'll reserve the motions in Bucciarelli until after I've dealt with these other matters.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where we are. All right, we have Mr. Willis. Let's deal with Mr. Willis's case. He is on screen with us. Saul, you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yo mama, 28 months, OG. Thank you very much from Canada.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I filed a motion asking for actually two separate transport orders. In my motion, state I've had some difficulty, I think that's the polite way to put it, in terms of scheduling a visit out in Morgan County. So I was going to ask the court actually for some assistance with that, to see if we could get a transport order issued to have my client brought in for the sake of review before the trial, and then, in other words, as soon as possible. And then brought in a second time, of course, for the trial, but maybe a couple days in advance so we could do the final preparation on it. I've spoken with General Crouch. He's in a meeting this morning, but he indicated to me that he was not opposed to the motion and was in agreement with.
His trial is on the 23rd, correct?
Yes, Judge, September 23rd. Expect it probably take at least 3 days just because of the number of witnesses.
Well, we have a criminal docket here on September the 5th, correct? So why don't we have him transported here on September the 5th for that criminal docket? And then you'd have to have him transported here for his trial. Then I don't know what does Captain Davis have to say about transporting him a couple of days before trial? No, Officer Howell, if you can come up. So within the ability I have to direct the sheriff as far as transportation, I'll certainly try to accommodate your request, and I don't see there's a problem with transporting him on the 5th.
Yes, sir.
and allowing you to have that opportunity to speak to him. And then,
Yeah, he's scheduled, of course, to go to trial. It's a Tuesday, 23rd. I don't know the procedural ins and outs the way TDOC does it, but I would think they would have him here at least on Monday, the 22nd, given that trial would start.
well, I'm sure they will, yeah.
So if he's here then we could do our final discussion before then, but if he was brought here September 5th, that would be very helpful.
All right, so having him transported perhaps on the 4th for trial, for a hearing on the 5th, for the criminal docket call that we have September the 5th, and then having him transported on the 22nd for his trial the next day on the 23rd.
Thank you, Judge. And I'll submit 2 different orders
All
so
right.
one doesn't get lost with the other in terms of TDOC.
Good question. I mean, I can only suggest that the order will state that we're asking for him to be transported for that purpose.
Yes, sir.
Officer Howell, Mr. Wills is scheduled for trial here on September the 23rd. Mr. Saul is asking to be able to meet with him. We have a criminal docket call on the 5th, so I was going to request that he be transported on the 4th to be here and be held for that docket call on the 5th. Is that possible? Will the TDOC allow us to keep him overnight? All right. Yeah, we're going to need him in court on the 5th, so if you transport him on the 4th, Mr. Saul will have an opportunity to meet with him either the 4th or the 5th. And then we need him again on the 22nd before his trial on the 23rd.
We expect the trial to start at 10:30.
I'll submit 2 separate orders, Judge,
Wolfenbarger.
stating that. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wills, I assume you could hear everything. I muted you a moment ago because we were hearing what was going on there. But we're going to bring you in a little early on the 5th, 4th, so that you can meet with Mr. Saul. Then again on the 22nd, to give you two an opportunity to try to discuss your case and make sure you're ready for trial. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, if the court has any other business to handle beforehand, I would ask that my client being on the way, he texted me, that this be called later.
That's fine, Your Honor. The victim is actually here today. I thought she understood that we were going to reset this. She's just given birth 2 weeks ago, so I thought we were going to reset this. I'm going to go talk to her, and if she's ready today, we can move forward. If the court...
This is the 412 hearing?
Yes, sir. I did not think she was going to be here, so I'm not quite sure what's going on, so I'd ask for a little break, too, if that's...
All right, well, we'll pass your case and come back to it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I love this courtroom. The layout of the, oh no, it's got to be a dais. The podium, the lecture.
Your Honor, those are my motions. We'll need to get General Sylvie for that. She's working in sessions right now, so if we could...
She's working what?
Down in General Sessions Court, Your Honor. So I'll have to have her come up here for this one.
Okay, while they're trying to figure stuff out, we might do a recap of Wolfenbarger. Red Pen's helping us out with that. Let me explain it. Let me explain it briefly to you.
Well,
sorry, Judge, quiet. I'm talking. Here's what we have. The victim is Melissa Wolfenbarger. Thank you very much, Red Pen, for this, by the way. She went missing around the end of the year in 1999, or around 1998. She was found, or a severed head was found in 1999. So 4, 5, 6 months later. That's the time frame. It was found in the street. A dog apparently may have brought it out. It was in a bag. It was brought out to the street and then found after it had been hit by a car. And initially, that's all they had. They later found additional body parts, everything but a torso, and have determined, the jury doesn't know this, but they have determined that they think it's the same person, like all the parts match. They didn't know what person it was. As a matter of fact, they thought it might have been a male individual, but they thought it was the same person. They didn't know who it was until 2003, when the victim's dad got convicted for being a serial killer, killing 5 people, 2 of them in his own home. His wife helped him plan, carry out, and clean up those 2 murders. That would be the victim's mom. And when he got taken into custody, they took his DNA and found that his DNA matched the DNA of this John or Jane Doe body they had found. And they were able to identify her at that point. Once they identified her, they started looking at her husband. That's the defendant, Mr. Wolfenbarger. Mr. Wolfenbarger had, according to the mom, we're talking the serial killer wife, had been violent, and they had a tumultuous relationship that included domestic violence. And there were charges against Mr. Wolfenbarger for domestic violence that got dropped when the victim just said, I'm not going forward with this. And then she promptly disappeared. The victim apparently, she worked at a Waffle House. Her manager became involved with her at some point on the rooftop and in the hotel, possibly. The victim signed custody of her children over to the defendant's parents before she went missing, and then she's gone. Now, nobody reported her missing for a while. The mom suspected something almost immediately when she didn't call around the Thanksgiving holidays and things like that, Christmas and that, but didn't report it until her birthday in February. And husband didn't report it either. The husband worked at a glass shop where he was fired after 4 months of employment, possibly for both wrecking the company vehicle, the company van, as well as potentially stealing, borrowing, and not returning. I think that would be called conversion, right? Borrowing and not returning a saw, a power tool, a reciprocal saw that could potentially be similar to the saw that was used to dismember the body. That's the evidence we have. That's all the evidence. The state has done an awful job setting this out. Roof of the motel. No, roof of the Waffle House. Up on the roof. That's a good song. Although I can't listen to that one again now that this has happened. Eric Steele, member for 3 months. Welcome to the gallery. We needed the Waffle House reference. We have a song about the Waffle. Not that. We have a song about a Waffle House employee named Tim, who is no relation to Tom Dixon, who was in this case. It was a Waffle House employee. No relation, but in the song it talks all about how Tim's got game and up on the roof and everything else. It's a great song that helps explain potentially how some completely unrelated set of events could have played out with the romance of the Waffle House. Paula Mack, I have a crazy question. I've found a couple 35 millimeter rolls from probably 25 years ago. What are the chances of the pictures being any good? Pretty good. I'd say pretty good, as long as they haven't been opened and light leaked in. Get them developed. Let's see, why the name Tim? It was something I just thought up. It's just any resemblance to actual facts is purely coincidental. But we might play the song. Do we have time? We have time. We have time to play the song this morning. We can do this. Hold on. by popular demand. Hope this isn't too loud. That's super, super quiet. As a matter of fact, you can't hear it at all.
Tim's got the keys to the Waffle House door. Flips the sign open at 4:15. He's a short order king with a heart of gold, but the stories they whisper ain't all been told. The girls in their aprons, the boys all grin. They say, ain't nobody smoother than Tim. Roof's got secrets stars can't hide. Egg rolls in hand and a kiss on the side. Backwoods Georgia where the night gets thin. Romance blooms neath the neon den. Kung Pao chicken from the place across the street. Shared fortune cookies and a little deceit. Tim's got charm like sweet tea in July. He's a late night legend under the sky. Eggs on the griddle, hearts on a string. Tim's rooftop rendezvous is a thing. Roof's got secrets stars can't hide. Egg rolls in hand and a kiss on the side. Backwoods Georgia where the night gets thin. Romance blooms neath the neon den. Kung Pao chicken from the place across the street. Shared fortune cookies and a little deceit. Tim's got charm like sweet tea in July. He's a late night legend under the sky. Eggs on the griddle, hearts on a string. Tim's rooftop rendezvous is a thing. Roof's got secrets stars can't hide. Egg rolls in hand and a kiss on the side. Backwoods Georgia where the night gets thin. Romance blooms neath the neon den.
There we go. Love it or hate it. I don't think there's a middle ground on that one. And I don't blame you for the latter. That is a AI singer. So that's literally, it's a robot singing that. So there's no actual person back there singing that. It's amazing what AI can do. Sounds a little bit like Charlie Daniels, a little bit like Brooks and Dunn, I guess, somewhere in the middle. Blake Shelton, maybe. How do you get AI to sing for you? Oh, Tammy, I have to teach you the ways of the internet. It's actually too easy, and it's free. So yeah, there's that. The app is called Suno, Suno, and you just put in, you create a song, you give it a couple suggestions. You don't have to write the lyrics. It'll even write the lyrics for you, and then it just does it. The fiddle-in was especially good for a robot. All right. We are waiting for a couple things. Obviously, we're waiting for Donna Adelson to get their act together and get a jury seated. Once they do, we will portal over to it. And let's see, I don't have. Well, I've got an Adelson. I've got one. It's not the one you guys worked on, but all right. Sounds like Charlie Daniels a little bit. Roof's got secrets, stars can't tell. Was that what it was? Stars can't hide. Yeah. Don't insult Brooks and Dunn like that. The song made me crave waffles, right? Anyway, we're We're going to keep looking at a couple small courts while we wait for our trial in Georgia to start, which we hope to get finished right about the time Donna Adelson starts. Adelson is running. It's they're doing their thing, jury selection. Let's see. Trying to keep an eye on the Outer Banks at the same time today, as we've got some big waves hitting the outer shore of North Carolina right now. Possibly. Oh, here's one we haven't seen in a while. Give us a second here.
Mr. White?
I'm fine with scheduling it for a trial, Your Honor.
Let's set it for the December trial docket. And that Mr. Meredith will be ready for trial, or if there's a private counsel retained, hopefully they'll be ready for trial. We'll set up for a trial management on November 21st, Madam Clerk. I mean, November 20th, correct? November 20th at 9 o'clock. Yes, November 21st at 9 o'clock. November 20th at 9 o'clock, excuse me. That's when I want to set it, right?
What was the date one more time?
And December 1st will be the trial date.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mr. Kelly?
Good morning, Your Honor. Judge, I have a case on the docket for this morning of John Howell.
Is he out?
He's out of custody, Your Honor. He was initially in custody and then he bonded out.
Okay.
Judge, it's kind of an older case. It's from 2017. The state's going to get us the discovery, and then if we could, I'd like to keep it on next month because I'd like to kind of keep it on a short leash because we may be pushing it to trial.
September 9th at 9 o'clock. September.
That'd be fine.
All right, September 9th.
Judge, I have an out of custody case for this afternoon. Could I call it?
Yes.
This is with Mr. Ferreira. It's Jason Kirkland. Judge, I think we have a resolution in this case. The prosecutor has made an offer that I think my client is inclined to accept. He needs candidly involves him going off to prison for an extended period of time. He has some probate matters with his mother's estate and with some property he needs to get taken care of.
Starts any minute now.
If I understand my conversation with the prosecutor, they're going to be kind enough to hold the offer open to the next court date. And we have discussed maybe setting him for 2 months off for a resolution.
All right, I'll set it for October is that 15th? 14th. October 14th at 9 o'clock.
Is that a fair summation? Okay.
All right.
All right. And Judge, we'll try and take care of it that day.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Have a good rest of the day. Mr. Wilson, you ready?
I've got one.
Okay, come on.
Henry Watson.
Mr. Watson?
And while he's making his way forward, I'll call the case. It's case number 24-2874. In this case, in 24-30-53. We've got depositions set on both these cases. It's next week on 8/26. I think those depositions are going to be pretty dispositive and move the case one way or the other.
Hush.
Sorry.
Now I'm trying to have court. You don't raise your voice again. Wait, I'm sorry, Mr. Wilson.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. The only other matter that I'd like to bring to the court very quickly is Mr. Watson's bond was revoked on a misdemeanor that he has
go back and get that.
And he's asked me to ask the court to reinstate his bonds. I don't know if the state has a position on that or not, but he has resolved that misdemeanor down there for time served.
I'd like to keep the bond where it is.
Yeah, what I'll do today is I'll deny it without prejudice if you want to file a motion later on. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. And I told him that's probably what the court would do. He's going to keep holding until we figure something out. Okay?
So I can't file a motion.
I can file it. You can't file it. I'm going to do the depositions and see what happens. Okay? All right. Huh?
Did we get another date?
Then I'll figure something out.
This has got deposition set in next week, all right? So let's set it for September 18th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. And if I need to file a motion, we can move the date.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Your Honor, if we can take Mr. Stanley, so he doesn't cause any more disturbance.
Mr. Stanley, come on down.
Other way, Mr. Stanley. Yeah, I took depositions the end of July. I'm personally not sure that the state can prove any of the counts, but there's not enough for a C4 motion. There's been a new offer reducing it from 3 years to 2 years. Mr. Stanley's rejecting that. And
I just broke it. Don't know why I broke it or how, but I did. Okay, I was getting hush is what happened. Oh, that's what I did. I got hush and that it broke everything. Okay. All right, we're waiting. We're just moments away. We've got a couple things going on. Obviously, Donna Adelson. As soon as that happens, you know, like the jury selection's done, we'll go there. But can you do it on poll on staying it to completion? No, because it's not a democracy. But I'm hoping we'll be able to finish, because I think the problem is the judge said that she's going to have a long break, right? They're not going to do closings tomorrow, like today. So they might just release the jury, and then we've got nothing all day long. So that's why I don't think it'll work. Court never seems to start on time. It does not. We're hoping she finishes her little morning docket, which has been, she said she had a little bit to do this morning. It was actually Florida, I think, that the hush came from, right? It's right near Georgia, but let's see. I'm trying to get hush pulled up here. Import media. It's going to be this one. Okay, listen carefully here. Let's see if this one works. We're on 7.
Hush!
Oh, that was too loud.
Hush!
Okay, I need to do this differently. Judge Brantley Clark. Trying to find it. Just 1 second. There it is. Found it.
And move the case one way or the other.
Hush! Now I'm trying to have court. You don't raise your voice again. Wait, I'm sorry, Mr. Wilson.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. The only other matter that I'd like to bring to the court very quickly is Mr. Watson's bond was revoked on a misdemeanor that he has since pled to, and he's asked that.
Okay. All right, that's all I needed. I just needed that soundbite. So let's see. Let's go back to watching for our trial with Mr. Wolfenbarger, which is still not started. We're waiting for the judge to start on that one. And we're watching Donna Adelson over here. Okay. Wonder what the command will be called. It's going to be hush. You know that. Let's see. Okay, Blackmagic Design. We're recording on Big Deal 2. Latest file is hush. Sounds like this. Make sure the sound's good.
Are going to be pretty dispositive and move the case one way or the other.
3, 2, 1.
Hush! Now I'm trying to have court. You don't raise your voice again.
Okay. So let's bring all that in. Sorry, I'm making it while we talk here. So. Just gonna start.
Hush! Hush! Hush!
Oh, that's bad. Okay, fix it.
Hush! Now I'm trying to have court. You don't raise your voice again.
I think we need to shorten the pause in the middle. What do you think? So instead it'll sound like this.
Hush! I'm trying to have court.
Yeah.
Hush! Now I'm trying to have court. You don't raise your voice again.
There we go. That's it. Okay, export to Big Deal 2. We're going to call it Hush. Save. Now over here, turn this off and go up here. Commands. Open Hush up here. We're going to export as audio only. It's called Hush. Someone's about to catch a whooping. Hold on just 1 second. Still waiting for court to start. They're late. As soon as it does happen, we'll bring the audio to you. Hush is the command. Why is the keyboard not working? I think my keyboard battery just died. That's a very poor time for that. I think this cord doesn't work. Welcome everybody. Sorry, I can't see chat while I'm doing this, so I apologize. We're this is what it takes to make a sound bite. That was the problem. Cool down chat messages. Don't make me take y'all out back. There we go. TV all in there. There's a buffer. Audio, select, hush, test.
I'm trying to have court. You don't raise your voice again.
There we go. Apply, refresh. Done. All right. Mission accomplished. It's a little bit of work.
Hush!
There it is.
I'm trying to have court. You don't raise your voice again.
All right. All right, so that was done. What was the buffer? I mocked up a thumbnail version of the flowchart for Adelson that you can use. It will suffice, maybe. Let me look.
Thank you, sir. You're my new best friend.
I think I'm about to catch a whooping.
Last one I see is Georgia versus Wolfen.
I'm not a cat.
See if you. Oh, there it is.
Bring the jury.
You shared Georgia versus Wolfen.
There's nothing in the order that
Burger with
restrains
me.
you from talking to cats.
Thank you.
You don't put a diplomatic plate on a hoopty.
This is not Burger King. People do not get to have it their way.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
Hush! Now I'm trying to have court. You don't raise your voice again.
When are we going to break for lunch, Judge?
Can't break for lunch.
I was
We're
told
just
counsel wanted
starting
to see me
court.
inside back.
I was kicked back, taking it easy.
Good. Adelson Canva page.
Bring the jury.
Happy birthday. You look good.
Somebody just sent me a video of roaches fighting. I don't know who won.
That's the thing. I've got Untitled Design. I've got Georgia versus Wolfen. I've got Amber's copy, Amazing Grayson, Ohio versus Jason Snyder. I don't have that one from you, Red.
Alex stole it.
How does he do that?
Like it's not shared with me. All right. What software do you use to make sound bites?
Shame on you, sir.
Amanda, I use a combination of QuickTime to extract
Scratch all that. Oh, that was terrible.
to extract the audio from the video, and I use DaVinci Resolve, which is
Happy
free,
birthday. You look good.
but very complicated. So I
Run the
use
Walmart.
DaVinci Resolve as a video editor. I capture everything using a hyperdeck. So the hyperdeck runs about $700. DaVinci Resolve, the version I've got, the studio version, is $300. It's run on a really nice computer. It runs on a Mac or PC, but you can run it on anything. QuickTime's free if you have a Mac.
Hush!
You guys are having too much fun
I'm
with
trying to
Hush.
have court. You don't raise your voice again.
All right. They're taking forever to get started, and I don't know why. I just got a scam. I found a new vegan restaurant. Want to try it with me? Here we go.
Bring the jury.
Open in Canva. Now I have it. Thank you, Red.
Are we going to address subject matter jurisdiction?
I saw a chicken fight.
What more do you need to see?
All right. Will you stream Adelson? Yes, we will. As soon as it starts. And by starts, I mean we're not streaming jury selection. Jury selection is going on right now, and it looks like this.
That restrains you from talking to cats.
Get a couple little sounds here and there, but nothing good. Watching you on my bedroom TV instead of my phone is a whole different experience. Blair, let me know if I'm in focus. Let's see, it looks like I am. Let's see. Which one is this? Barb, we're still trying to finish the Georgia versus Christopher Wolfenbarger case, which is a cold case. Happened back in, the murder allegedly happened back in 1998. I was in England at the time. It couldn't have been me. I was out of the country. Yeah. Summary on Adelson. Rebecca, Adelson is a tough one to do a summary on. I am really, really hoping that y'all can be available for the openings on this, because I think we'll need to hear the story in that format. There are so many parts and pieces to the Adelson case. Other trials, other people who are currently serving time for this, people who potentially might be charged still in this case. But basically, Dan Markell, professor, I believe, ex-husband, murdered for custody. Hitman hired, multiple people involved in the planning and everything in the exchange. We've got some graphics to help explain it, so thank you. I appreciate that, Amber. We'll be showing that when the time is right. It's gonna be juicy. You've got lots of family members, on there. We've got witnesses with immunity deals testifying for the state, but not testifying for the defense because they don't have immunity for anything they say for the defense. We've got incarcerated people who are going to be compelled to testify because they don't have a Fifth Amendment, because they've already been convicted, so they can't plead the Fifth. So it's going to be wild. It's going to be really good. Adelson is a lot. She was arrested. Donna Adelson was arrested basically at the airport, about to board a plane with, I don't know, $10,000 in a passport or something, headed, trying to flee the country, I think, trying to get out of town. And that's when they got her. So, can you tell me why Wolfenbarger wasn't arrested back when they found the body? Why did this take so long? Nancy, they didn't have enough evidence then. And guess what? They have not found any additional evidence. There's nothing new in this case. It's just a cold case. They just said, well, let's just run with what we've got. 20 years later, let's give it a go and see if the old evidence we have in the deteriorated state it is, with the missing things that there are, with the fading memories that we have, and the honestly the witnesses who have died between now and then. Let's just run with it and see if it sticks. And that's what they've done, and it's been terrible. There is a bond hearing running late for Georgia courtroom. Thank you, Regina. Court TV is the pool photographer for this one. Yeah, Adelson has a ton, and it's gonna be a lot. It's so much future that I think we will have to frequently, at times during the trial, reference a flow chart or a family tree of some sort, just so we can keep the names straight and who was who and what part they played. So I appreciate Amber helping put that together, and Red. Missed it. Why aren't we going to the Wolfenbarger trial? We are. We're just waiting for it to start. The judge had other stuff on our docket this morning, and it's going along. Donna was headed to a country without extradition. She was so close. So just a day late. I think they were watching her and knew where she was headed. So anytime she tried to flee, they would have grabbed her. Oh yeah, one-way ticket. Always buy a return trip when fleeing the country. Less questions, and it looks better if you get caught. Have they finished picking the jury in the Donna Adelson case? Yes and no. Yes, they have the pool of jurors who have passed the first bar, the first hurdle. But each side gets to now exclude jurors. They get to strike people. And I think they're going through that process. It's pretty quick. So I think we should have a jury seated here shortly and probably get going around lunchtime. Chat isn't on screen. Fixed it. I'm in the wrong spot on screen. I can fix that as well. She purchased a one-way ticket to Vietnam because they don't extradite. The command works. It's actually, it is chat is the command. All I have to do is update the IP address.
I'm trying to have court. Don't raise your voice.
Sorry. Yeah, we'll show all that stuff when we get to that trial. I just don't want to get halfway through a Donna Adelson family tree presentation and have Wolfenbarger kick off with closing arguments. Scott never answers my questions. Was her serial killer dad looked at, please? The dad, like one of the conditions about, he basically said to the detective that caught him, said, "Will you search for my daughter's killer as hard as you searched for me?" But I believe the dad was looked at, and they believe he was not involved. He was cleared. I have a window open right over there that I should be able to see a FedEx truck pull up. I might open the window so I can actually hear it as well. I just don't want to miss this guy again. Why did Dad kill those people? Some were for money, some were because they knew too much. But they were all like closely or partially related. If you have a question, it's not a question, but if you have a question, you need to get my attention. Just tag me in it, and I'll try to read it. I don't get all of them, but I did notice that chat wasn't on screen though. Thanks for the tip. They reopened this case because daughter Chrissy found the Patton family. She found them on Facebook as a suggestion of, hey, you should be friends. This is your mom, who had passed away, but it's a picture of your mom. And she's like, hey, who's running this page? Because that's my mom, and I'm curious what's going on here. Vietnam, a well-known holiday vacation destination. I've never been there. I'm going to open the window. Give me a second. I'm just worried that the FedEx driver is going to take a picture of the sign saying, "Please knock, I'm here." And it's like, hey, we tried to deliver. And now my phone's ringing. Hang on. man, this is crazy. Yeah, it was the landline that was ringing, but nobody answered. I mean, I answered, but they didn't say anything. All right, we're ready to go to court. Let's just go ahead and pull this trigger. There we go. Our counter's at 36 for anything goes. It's not really a landline. It's a VoIP phone, so the number travels with us wherever we go. So it's an internet-based phone, but it uses a traditional like this type of phone. What's the number? No. The court is anything but punctual. Is it Magic Jack? No, it's Vonage. Don't get me started on Vonage. I don't like them, actually. They're terrible. They literally sold my number and gave it to somebody else. While I was, current, paid up on my bill, everything. They gave my phone number to somebody else. And so I was getting calls, because it's weird how it works, but I was getting calls that weren't for me. They were asking for somebody else. And they're like, oh, somebody just took your number. That's all. Just take 30 days. We'll get it fixed. What's FedEx delivering? They are delivering a hyperdeck. One of these bad boys. It's a recording machine for video feed. It's got a screen right here. It's actually identical to this one right down here that's now recording. You can take either HDMI or SDI inputs and feed them to the hyperdeck, and it will record. And it records to what's called NAS storage, network attached storage. So hard drives that are connected somewhere in the house.
In the order that restrains you from talking to cats.
All my machines can see what's being recorded simultaneously. Even while it's still writing the file, I can also edit the file. So it's pretty nice. That's how the replay machine works. Did they have a bond that couldn't make it? I think that's the case.
Hush!
Sorry.
Now I'm trying to have court. You don't raise your voice again.
No, it does not. I feel like you had one delivered a few months ago. How many do you need? I do have 3 right now. One of them is faulty. I hope to have, eventually I hope to have 4 of them. All right, seeing a little movement in court, but no audio yet. What happened to Cat Cam when we monitored the poll?
You don't put a diplomatic plate on a hoopty.
You don't. The camera we use to monitor the poll is it's about a $2,000 pan tilt zoom camera, which is not designed for outdoor use, so it's not all weather. It's an indoor camera. It's basically the same cameras that the court uses, so I can't just leave it outside. We do other security systems. I don't have Ring. You'll hear when our doors open and shut. You'll hear the alarm and tell me which room, which door has been breached. Had to get the RA name. I chose it myself, Missy Luhu, for a couple of reasons. First of all, I set up the YouTube channel thinking that people wanted to watch me recover artifacts from the ground using metal detectors. They didn't. So Recovery Addict, I was addicted to recovering artifacts from the ground, metal detecting. I also have my own history of addiction with computer gaming. Specifically, World of Warcraft was my go-to drug, and Happy to be in remission, I guess you can say. Cancer remission. Happy to be at a healthier level now. And so we celebrate everybody who is on the path to recovery from whatever addiction they face. Sobriety is a great objective and something to work towards and celebrate. So, Jolene, how do you do audio, video editing, and filming? It's what I went to school for. I got my degree in communications, electronic media. So I've worked for the news. I've worked in studios, worked out on the roads. I've sort of just set up my own business and did a video production company. And I've just kept up to date on equipment and bought it over the years. And when the time came that I wanted to start a YouTube channel, I pretty much just had all the equipment already because that was my hobby. So it was easy. Did we already talk about Judge Frank? No, he passed away yesterday. Just a few hours after asking everyone to pray for him as he was undergoing some pretty tough times with pancreatic cancer, and he did pass away. We'll miss him. He was a good one. Let's see. I don't give out the brand name for my security system because every security system has vulnerabilities, and some are linked to certain brands. So I don't tell people that. Trixie, I hear you. It's tough. I'm lucky to have a wonderful wife. Stuck with me.
Madam Court Reporter, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes. State ready? Yes, Your Honor.
Here we go.
Mr. McDermott, is the defense ready?
We're ready.
Okay.
Defense is ready.
Okay, this is going to be Thursday, August the 21st.
She's
in
so
the trial of the state of Georgia versus Christopher Wolfenbarger, case number 24SC004201. I'll note for the record that Mr. Wolfenbarger is present here in the courtroom along with his counsel, and that the state's counsel is also present here in the room. I have a couple of questions just in terms of logistics. At the end of the day yesterday, I had asked if the state was going to rest. Is that the expectation, or do we expect that we're going to have some more witnesses from the state?
The state is going to rest, Judge.
Okay. Will there be motions that I need to take up from the defense?
Yes.
Or here's why I ask. Logistically, I'd really like to go directly into the state rests. Defense, call your first witness if I can.
We have a motion, but we don't mind doing it just very quickly, and then at the lunch break, expand on it, as long as there's no waiver or contention that we didn't properly raise it. I mean, we do that in federal court all the time, say,
sure,
we are hereby, moving for a directed verdict on every count, on every element, and we just agree that we'll expand on it, when the jury's not having to wait.
Seems fair. Mr. Bussett, you agree?
Yes,
okay. So, so if I bring the jury out right now, and you've already reserved your right to move for a directed verdict, if I say state, call your first witness and your next witness, and you say the state rests, Mr. McDermott, are you ready to call your first
I need
witness?
to go check and see if they're here.
Okay.
So defense, it sounds like they do have at least one witness. Turn the sound effects down quite a bit. If you just got here, you didn't miss anything. Court started very, very late today. We did have some fun telling some stories this morning. So if you want to hear about somebody who bought way too much chicken from Sam's Club, rewind to the beginning. If you want to hear about my complaints with FedEx, rewind to the beginning. But never post the name of your system, especially if it's Simply Safe. Oh my goodness. James, that's funny. The state saying they're going to rest now and not call any other witnesses is a big deal, especially when you consider the charge and what he's charged with this malice murder, the felony murder. There has to be an underlying charge which wasn't charged. I don't know how they're going to handle this.
witnesses are here.
Okay.
But 2 of them are in restrooms. So we'll just need a few more minutes. Honor, I sent in my bench warrant to.
It's been approved and signed. I don't know if it's been filed yet or if it's been sent back to you, but I am aware of it and I have signed it.
Okay. Is that?
What more do we need to do in order to get the sheriff?
That is a question for Ms. German. So let me find out where she is in status and who she's notified. Ms. German, when you get a moment, if you could, 1, let me into the Zoom, and 2, come here for just a moment, please. Thank you.
Okay. So what the defense is asking about, they're saying, Judge, did you sign our bench warrant? She says, yes, I did. The bench warrant is for a witness who does not want to be here. She better run, she better hide, because the sheriff is coming to get her right now. The Uber with lights will be picking her up and delivering her to the courtroom. She might testify in cuffs, depending on how this goes. Yes, adverse witness. It's going to be quite interesting. Still think he's guilty because when the police came to get him, he hid behind the wine rack in the kitchen. Barbara, my question is, I believe that shows a consciousness of guilt, but does it show consciousness of guilt for murder, or could it be something else? If he was doing drugs or something else on the side, could that same behavior be expected? Read Stephanie's chat. Where's Stephanie's chat? Did Stephanie tag me? Oh, right here. It is important. Goldfish for $1.49 at Kroger. Hook me up. I don't think I have any Krogers. You bought way too much chicken at Sam's? No, I bought just the right amount. I bought 2. So it sounds like defense has at least 4 witnesses if they say our witnesses are here, but 2 of them are in the bathroom, and where's the warrant so we can go pick up the next one?
Rather, it's been accepted. That you can then present to the sheriff. She's also going to call upstairs to the sheriff and let them know that request has been made.
So I'm required to take it to the sheriff?
I believe that the defense is required to make that request, but we are also notifying the sheriff of the request.
Thank you.
He says.
I guess all I'm saying is I might just show it to her. That's fine. Instead of flipping through the whole. Yeah, that's good.
I don't know. I'm nervous for the defense. They don't have a lot of witnesses, and if they're just now getting the warrant signed, might not be done. Goldfish crackers, specifically Old Bay goldfish crackers. Man, Pepperidge Farms. If you could hit me up and sponsor the channel with Old Bay goldfish crackers. I'm not asking for $1,000 a month. Just send me
Mr.
crackers.
I have one moment here.
Yes.
I don't know her yet in this trial. I don't think her name's come forward. But we do know there's a Wendy that we're looking for in this trial, which is interesting because there's a Wendy in the other trial that starts today as well. Can't find Old Bay in the store anymore. I'm so sad. I know. They're ridiculously expensive on eBay. Can I try to ask for a sponsorship? I've tried. It didn't work for me. You feel free. Old Bay is very specific, yes, but it is so good. It's so good. Hot goldfish are not the same. That's like Frank's. And it's nice and all, yay, but it's not Old Bay. I realize you can do Old Bay yourself, set out your crackers on a
Thank
tray.
you all. Please be seated. Good morning. Thank you for your patience this morning. We are ready to go ahead and get started. Mr. Fossett, the state may call its next witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, at this time, the state will rest this case.
Okay, thank you. Mr. McDermott, defense may call its first witness.
We did the motion already.
Yes, sir.
Okay. At this time, the defense calls Kimberly Cameron.
Okay.
Here we go. State has rested. Defense is on their case in chief. I haven't checked Amazon to see if they still have them. Let me just say, Old Bay is so much better than dill. You know I like dill, but Old Bay is so much better.
Come on up to the witness stand, please, ma'am. And when you get there, before you have a seat, if you'll turn around and face the deputy and raise your right hand, he'll swear you in, okay?
Raise your right hand, please. You swear or affirm to the testimony that you're about to give, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Yes.
And ma'am, if you'll do me a favor and scoot up to the microphone, get situated however you feel comfortable, but make sure you're close enough to the microphone that you can speak into it, because I can already tell you're a little bit soft-spoken. And state and spell your name for the record, okay?
Kimberly Cameron, Kimberly Cambron.
Okay, and also we will remind you to try to talk more slowly because the court reporter needs to take down everything you say. And I will add a caution the judge has given other witnesses that there's a ledge right by your chair, so be careful not to roll off to the side too much.
That is true.
All right. Now, Ms. Cameron, do you know the defendant?
I do.
How do you know him?
It's my brother.
And did you know Melissa Wolfenbarger?
Yes.
And how did you know her?
She was married to my brother.
Okay. And did you know her while she was alive?
I did.
Did you spend time around her?
Yes.
Okay. And how and where did you spend time around her?
When they were married, they lived with my grandmother, so I would go there and spend time with her.
And would you do that frequently?
Yes.
So you suffice it to say you spent quite a bit of time around Melissa?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember any episodes growing up with her that stick out in your mind?
Yes, I remember when I was learning to drive, I was so nervous that every time I would drive, I would go over to the side of the road.
You would pull over?
Well, when a car was coming toward me, I was afraid that I was going to hit that car. And so I would pull over and she would calm me down.
Okay. Do you remember when Melissa was pregnant?
Yes.
With Chrissy?
Yes.
And then about a year later with Joey?
Yes.
And do you remember her having discussions about the custody of those children?
I do.
And do you remember what she ultimately chose as far as a decision in that regard?
She decided to give custody to my mom.
And why did she discuss her other parents?
She did, and she said that she did not want her mother or the state to have her children.
Did she at any time give you a reason why she didn't want her children with her parents?
She did. She just, she did not elaborate. She just said that they were not good people.
Okay. You said you visited Melissa multiple times because she lived at your grandparents' house, correct?
Correct.
And you went over there multiple times. Were you generally over there during the holidays?
Yes.
Was it pretty much every holiday?
Yes.
Do you remember, you spent most of the holidays with Melissa then, correct?
Correct.
Do you remember if Melissa at any time called her mother on a holiday?
Not to my knowledge.
Do you remember her calling her mother at any time?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Do you remember her writing letters or cards to her parents?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay. Just a minute, Your Honor.
Sure.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Questions for this witness? Yes.
So that's annoying. If we could not do that, that would be great. Thank you. Yep, it's on your end. And it's still super annoying.
Good morning, Ms. Cameron. How are you?
Good morning, good, and you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. You just testified that Melissa told you she did not want her parents to have her children. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. What year was this? Do you remember having these conversations with Melissa?
I don't remember it exactly, but it was between 96-ish.
Okay, 96-ish. All right. Permission to approach, Your Honor?
Sure.
I'm going to approach with what's been admitted as State Exhibit number 71. And I want you to read this entire letter out loud of State Exhibit number 71.
Dear Mom, hello. It's been a while since that.
Hang on. Sorry, yeah. If you would just try and read it a little bit slowly, especially when we're reading things, we have a tendency to speed up. And again, the court reporter has to take it down, okay? Thank you.
Dear Mom, hello. It's been a while since that weekend that I last talked to you. I thought that I would write you a letter. I'm okay. Here are some pictures of Chrissy, 7.5 months. Can you, I'm not sure what that one says, please.
Does it say you can pass them out?
Yes, sorry. You can pass them out if you wish, but it won't for the fact.
But if it wasn't for the fact that Kathy was there when I got them, she would not have gotten any.
She would not have gotten any of them. She wanted me to give Chris's grandmother the biggest one, but I didn't, and she got mad at me, but oh well. They are both getting on my nerves. They act as if Chrissy is their daughter and not mine. And there is something that I need to tell you, and I really don't know how. So I will tell you like this. And you want me to continue?
Yes, please.
Whoa.
You will sooner than you think have another grandchild. July 27th is the due date. Do not be mad because you are not the only one just finding out. Please. Not sure.
Does it say please don't rub it in, mentioning something like you know how hard it is to take care of two kids so close in age, like Kimberly and JC?
A few days.
Is that
Now we have no audio. Still no audio. Who's good at reading lips? Hmm. 37. Anything goes. Just break all the audio in court. Counsel's adding testimony. How do we actually know Melissa wrote this? I think the included pictures might be an indicator. Why is the letter gone? Unavailable witness. Melissa wrote this letter to her mother, Norma.
Other girl. No names have been picked out yet, and I know not what to expect at baby shower, so I won't ask, but feel free. And with this one, I have planned to let you have a part of his or her life. Who says Chris has to know, and when we move, we will do the same to Kathy and family that Chris did to you and Dad. No part in Chrissy and baby's life. Chris don't like you. Well, I don't like Kathy or Virginia, but Kimberly and I get along pretty good. Every time she hears her mom say something about me, she sticks up for me and tells me about it. I remember telling that Kathy said that she wishes me and Chris would move away. Kimberly says to her that if she moves, that Chrissy would move with us. Kathy said no, she won't either. And Kimberly, she is their daughter. Then Kathy said no, she isn't. If someone said that about you would be mad. So did I told Chris, and Chris got mad. When Kathy asked to take Chrissy off, Chris said no, she better be here when I get back. And Kathy got mad, and I laughed. You probably think this is stupid, but if you had someone trying to be mother to your daughter, you would get mad too. And when we do move, they are not going to know where we are living. Every time they go off, they have to take Chrissy and don't even ask. They get her all ready and leave. I'm supposed to have my own car soon. Then I will bring Chrissy and let you see her. Bye for now, Melissa.
And this is a letter that Chrissy wrote to her mother. Is that fair to say from what you read?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Sure. Does it appear from what you read that's a letter that Chrissy wrote to her mother?
This is a letter that Chrissy wrote to her mother?
A letter that Melissa wrote to her mother.
In my opinion, it doesn't sound like Melissa, but it does state her name on there.
Boom.
And it's signed by her?
Yes. It says bye for now, Melissa.
And so in that letter, Melissa actually wanted her mother to at least spend time with her children. Is that fair to say?
In that letter?
Yes. And is it fair to say that she actually would have preferred her mother to have her children rather than Kathy, who's your mother? Is that fair to say?
Again, in that letter.
Now, you also, I think, discussed on direct examination that you were not aware of any cards that Melissa sent to her mother?
You have to answer out loud. Thank you.
Okay. Permission to approach?
Go ahead.
I'm going to show you what's already been admitted. It states Exhibit 67, 68, 69, and 70. You take a moment and look at those.
She's implying that these are faked.
And I'm going to...
How are they authenticating it? Do they have some of her signatures?
So I want to first look at State Exhibit 67. Is this a letter addressed to Norma Patton?
Yes.
And is your understanding Norma Patton is Melissa's mother?
Yes.
And does it say birthday?
Yes.
And does that say happy birthday?
Yes.
In 97 with an asterisk?
Yes.
And does it say love you, Chrissy and Joey?
Yes.
And is Chrissy and Joey Melissa and Chris's children?
Yes.
Looking at State's Exhibit 68, is that addressed to Carl and Norma Patton?
Yes.
Right. And does it say anniversary?
Yes.
And does it say Melissa Wolfenbarger at the top?
Yes.
And is Melissa their daughter?
Yes.
And does this letter or this card say on the side, special anniversary wishes to a very special couple. Have a happy anniversary. Love, Melissa, Chrissy, and Joey.
Yes.
And does it read in handwriting, happy anniversary. This year, I am going to take you out to lunch. My only day off is June 6th. Meet us there at 11:45 to 12 at Ryan's. You and Dad can bring JC and Kimberly.
Yes.
Okay. Does this appear to be a letter or a card sent by Melissa to her parents for their anniversary?
Yes, it appears to be.
Now showing you State's Exhibit 69. Is this appears to be a Father's Day card?
Yes.
Does it say for a dad who means so much?
Yes.
It means so much to know our family can always depend on you.
Yes.
Have a very happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Love, Melissa.
Yes.
Does the card further read, Dad, with all the things you have to take care of, you always take care of your family first?
Yes.
And on a bag, does it say, a father's love is a promise made deep in the heart of a man, a promise to care for his family that keeps every day of his life?
Yes.
Is this also signed by Melissa?
Yes.
And was it sent to her father, Carl Patton?
Yes.
State's Exhibit number 70. Is this a Mother's Day card?
It says Mother's Day, yes.
Does it say, is it addressed to Norma Patton?
Yes.
Does the card read, it is the only thing in the house that doesn't have to be swept, polished, watered, cooked, picked up after, or washed behind the ears. Relax and have a happy Mother's Day, Melissa.
Yes.
And right appears in handwriting. Next Wednesday, May 14th, I would like to take you and Daddy out for lunch. I'll give you your Mother's Day present then.
Yes.
And these all appear to be cards either from Melissa or Melissa writing cards on behalf of Chrissy and Joey. Is that fair to say?
That's what it appears.
Now, you testified on direct examination that Melissa and Chris lived with your grandmother.
Yes.
If you can approximate, when did they live with your grandmother?
I don't remember the exact time.
At any point, did they move from your grandmother's house to a different location?
Yes.
Where did they move to?
They moved to Atlanta.
Do you know where in Atlanta?
I don't recall exactly. I think Brookline Street.
Okay. Now, Brookline Street, are those homes that were owned by your grandmother?
Yes.
Had you ever visited Melissa and Chris at the Brookline address?
I'm sure I have, yes.
Do you think you spent more time with Melissa and Chris when they were living with your grandmother or when they were living at the Brookline house?
I think it was more with my grandmother. I can't remember.
Now, you talked about your kind of relationship with Melissa. Would you consider yourself friends?
Yes.
Did she speak to you about her life experiences?
I'm sure she did.
Did she talk to you about your brother?
I don't remember.
Did she ever discuss to you some of the difficulties she was having with her brother, with your brother, excuse me?
No, I don't remember.
Did she ever talk to you about her and your brother arguing?
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember, okay. What about them fighting? Did she ever talk to you about that?
No, I don't remember.
Did she ever talk to you about a July 1998 incident in which your brother pulled her hair and dragged her down the street?
No.
No, or you don't remember?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. Do you know if she talked to you about the fact that your brother, was upset because she went to the male neighbor's house who was up the street?
No.
No, or you don't remember?
No, I never had that conversation.
Okay. Do you recall her ever telling you that she loved your brother, but she wanted to leave him?
No.
No, you don't remember? No, it didn't happen.
No, I don't remember.
Do you remember detectives back in around 2003 coming to meet with you regarding Melissa's disappearance?
Yes.
And do you remember it being a Detective Calhoun?
I don't remember who it was.
Do you remember talking to him about your friendship with Melissa?
I don't remember exactly, no.
I'm sorry, say that last part again.
No, I don't remember.
Okay. And I apologize. Do you remember talking on the phone with any detectives back in 2003?
No, I don't remember talking on the phone.
Did you tell that detective that Melissa wrote you a letter?
No, I've never said she's written me a letter.
So is it your testimony today that you never told a detective that Melissa wrote you a letter prior to her disappearance?
It is my testimony that she did not write me a letter.
Okay. And that you never told a detective?
I never told a detective that she wrote me a letter.
Okay. And that in the letter or either in a conversation, again, Melissa told you she loved your brother, but she was getting ready to leave him.
She's never told me that.
Do you remember Melissa telling you about a guy that she met at the Waffle House?
No.
And do you remember telling any of that to a detective over the phone in 2003?
I never said that. I didn't on the phone, no. Never.
Okay. Your mom, Kathy Wolfenbarger, she raised Melissa and Chris's children?
Yes.
Is it fair to say that your mother never talked about Melissa to her children after she disappeared?
Can you rephrase that?
Sure. Is it fair to say that your mom did not speak about Melissa to her children after Melissa disappeared?
I don't know.
You don't know? Is it fair to say that your brother did not speak about Melissa to their children after Melissa disappeared?
I don't remember. But they did take the children to Melissa's funeral, so I'm sure at some point they did talk to her, both of the children, because they were younger.
Would you agree with me that the funeral was in 2003?
I don't remember exactly when it was.
Let's speak about the funeral. At the funeral, did you know that Kathy and Chris didn't tell the children that it was an actual funeral?
I don't know.
Did you know that Chris nor Kathy actually wanted to go to the funeral?
I don't remember what their feelings were.
Let me ask, when the kids were younger, did you ever talk to the children about Melissa, your friend?
I don't remember exactly.
Do you remember ever telling the kids that Melissa was their mother and she disappeared?
I don't remember how and what was discussed.
Do you ever remember showing the kids pictures of Melissa?
I don't remember.
Now, in 1996, is it fair that Christina gave temporary guardianship to your mother?
Yes.
I'm sorry, was that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you. That's okay.
And, Your Honor, this time, the state is going to ask to admit State's Exhibit 81 and 82, which are self-authenticating documents from the Henry County Probate Court regarding the guardianship of both Christina Wolfenbarger and Joseph Wolfenbarger.
Mr. McDermott?
No objection.
81 and 82 are admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Did you know, or do you know, if on July 23rd, 1998, Melissa dissolved that temporary guardianship?
I don't know.
I'm going to first show you State's Exhibit 81. And on State's Exhibit 81, am I showing you this document?
Yes.
And does this document read on the page that's clipped, in the matter of Christina Wolfenbarger, petition to terminate temporary guardianship of minor?
Yes.
And does it say the petition of Melissa Wolfenbarger shows, one, petitioner is the natural, has mother and father of the above named minor? Does it say that?
Yes.
And does it say that on 8/28/96, the court appointed Kathy Wolfenbarger as temporary guardian?
Yes.
Of the above named petitioner and temporarily relinquished parental rights?
Yes.
And then it says, wherefore petitioner prays that the court enter an order dissolving the temporary guardianship instanter.
Yes.
Okay, and has her signing, it looks like Melissa's signature. Or a signature, I should say.
Yes.
Okay. And is the date of this July 23rd, 1998?
Yes.
Did you know that that is 2 days after Melissa called the police on your brother?
No, I didn't know.
And you also see in State's Exhibit 82, the same document, petition to terminate temporary guardianship of a minor, and it's the same document for Joseph.
Yes.
And is that also on the 23rd of July, 1998?
Yes.
And were you aware that about a week later, on July 29th, 1998, Melissa then asked for permanent guardianship or gave your mother permanent guardianship of the kids about 2 weeks later?
Yeah, I don't know. From the documents, yes, but.
And let me ask you this. Did you know that on the day that she gave permanent guardianship was the same day she dropped the temporary protective order that she took out against her brother?
I don't know.
How would you describe Melissa's demeanor?
I would say she was quiet.
Was she easily influenced by others?
I don't. Yes and no.
Okay. Why do you say yes and no?
I don't remember completely, but yes, I think she. I don't know how to put it into words.
Now, when was the last time you remember seeing Melissa?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Can you remember, was it at your family's home?
I don't remember.
Do you remember what she looked like the last time you saw her?
She looked like herself.
And when you say herself, describe for the jury what she looked like.
She just had a cute teddy bear round face with dark hair.
Dark hair, like down to her shoulders, about your length. When you say dark, like what's the length?
Ma'am, I don't remember exactly the length of her hair.
Okay. Was it longer or shorter than your hair right now?
Maybe a little bit longer than mine.
Do you know if you saw her around the holidays?
I want to say I think maybe Thanksgiving, but I can't remember exactly.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you familiar with any of the podcasts that have come out regarding this case?
No.
Now, testified you all were close. When you didn't hear from her in a while, did you get concerned?
About the time that they moved to Atlanta, we were not close. I was a teenager, I was doing my own thing, and I had a boyfriend, so I was more focused on me.
And I get it, teenager. At some point in time, did you ever, when she stopped coming around, did you ever question where she could be?
I was told that they split up. I don't remember exactly when.
Did you ever question if she came by to see her children?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Now, in the year of 2000, did you come to learn that there was a missing persons report regarding Melissa?
I don't remember exactly when I learned.
Do you remember speaking to police in the early 2000s about Melissa's disappearance?
Yes.
Did you ever speak to your brother about maybe talking to the police about Melissa being gone for a long time?
I don't remember what I discussed.
And is it fair that the only people that reported Melissa missing was her mother?
I'm not sure who reported her missing.
And is it fair to say that the only people who have been trying to get some justice for Melissa are her parent, her mother, and her sister?
I'm not sure who.
Court indulgence for one moment.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. McDermott. Anything else for this witness? Sure.
I'm listening into Donna Adelson jury selection. It sounds like they're going to start tomorrow.
You remember reading a letter that was purportedly from Melissa to her mother just a few moments ago?
Yes.
And do you remember her mentioning any kind of time frame in that letter?
No.
Okay. Do you remember her saying that she was announcing to her mother in that letter that she was pregnant with Joey?
Yes.
Or with who would become Joey? And that she was thinking of getting her tubes tied after that?
Yes.
And you remember her reading in there that it said her next appointment for the doctor would be at the end of April?
Yes.
So that would mean that that letter the time frame for that letter would have had to have been in April of 1996.
Yes.
Do you remember it telling the letter communicating? Well, never mind. I'll back off on that. You grew up, as you said, having a lot of interaction with Melissa because of your grandparents' house, right?
Yes.
And at some point, now, were you older or younger than Melissa?
Younger.
Okay. And how old would you have been in 1998?
I would have been.
Sorry to ask you your age in front of national TV, but sorry.
I think I would have been 15, 16,
Okay.
maybe.
And during that, as you said, that was the time you'd learned to drive?
Yes.
And you started dating?
Yes.
And you started developing your own life?
Yes.
And at about that time is when Christopher and Melissa moved up to Atlanta?
Yes.
And at that point, did you stay close to Melissa?
No.
Okay. Did you talk to her much at all after that point?
No.
Okay. So after 1998, early 98, you kind of diverged into separate lives?
Yes.
Okay. So that would explain perhaps why you don't have very many memories of conversations with her or...
Objection leading, Your Honor.
Sustained. You can rephrase.
Okay. So do you think that would explain why you don't have memories of many conversations with her?
Objection leading.
It's argumentative. It's not really leading. Why don't you rephrase?
I'll just move on, Your Honor. I want to look at the documents.
Sure.
Please find me the document that you showed her in that site. The request for dissolving. You put it on the back smartly so you can...
They did that.
So, counsel for the state just showed you this document, didn't she?
Yes.
And it says a petition to terminate temporary guardianship of minor?
Yes.
And she asked you about the dates on that letter?
Yes.
And it says, wherefore petitioner prays that the court enter an order dissolving, doesn't it? And state emphasized the word dissolving when she asked you that question, didn't she?
Yes.
But she didn't emphasize the word prays, did she?
No.
Because this is a petition to the court.
Yes.
Correct? It's asking the court to do something, right?
Yes.
And did the court follow through with that something?
Yes.
Have you seen a document that says the court actually ordered the
no,
dissolution?
I was going by that.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen it, no.
Correct. And would it surprise you to find that the court never followed through with that order?
Would it surprise me? Yes.
To dissolve. Let me rephrase it so I'm clear. That was a petition to dissolve the temporary guardianship.
Yes.
And would it surprise you to find out that the court did not grant that to Melissa? It did not dissolve Kathy's temporary.
Objection leading.
Overruled.
Would it surprise you to find out that the court did not dissolve Kathy's guardianship based on that document?
Would it surprise me?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
She doesn't know how to answer. She's like, no.
Are you
Confusing
aware
question.
of the process for dissolving a temporary guardianship?
No.
It would have surprised you to find out that the court requires it to be in the interest of the children?
That would appear so.
Okay. Backing up to the April 1996 date when the letter to Melissa's mom was purportedly written. Are you familiar with this document?
I've seen it, yes.
You've seen it? Can you tell us whose handwriting that is?
It appears to be Melissa's.
And whose name is on that document as a signature?
Melissa Wolfenbarger.
And does that appear to be an original document or a copy of the document?
Appears to be original.
I showed it to you earlier. Are we on 11? Your Honor, if I could have a moment, we need a defense sticker.
Okay, and you're on Exhibit 11, so.
Thank you. We cleared off our desk for the court yesterday, and there you go. Thank you. At this point, Your Honor, state or the defense moves to admit defense 11.
And what is Defense 11?
It is a handwritten document from Melissa, previously authorized to be under 807.
There's not, I mean, we might have had that conversation. It might very well be coming into evidence, but I haven't heard a foundation or an identification of what that document is yet, so.
Could you tell us what that document is?
Are you asking me to read this one?
No.
Don't read it yet. Just
He's not. He's just asking you if you recognize that document, and if you do, what you recognize it to be.
I do recognize the document, and it is a letter to my mother.
And letter to your mother for what purpose?
Stating her...
Hey, nope, sorry. Don't read it. It's not in evidence. Who's it from?
It's from Melissa.
Okay.
We had already covered that.
Okay, I apologize. I didn't hear that part.
Okay. So may I move it into evidence at this point?
Any objection?
No objection.
Defense 11 is admitted.
Now, would you please tell us the content of that letter?
It's Melissa telling my mother that she wants to give her temporary custody of Chrissy and the baby that she's carrying. And it's dated June 20th, 1996.
June 20th, 1996?
Yes.
And that would be roughly 2 months after April of 1996?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything else for this witness, Ms. Hilton?
Just to, do you know if Chris forced her to write that letter?
No, just like I don't know if she wrote that letter. I don't. So, no, I don't believe Chris forced her to write that letter.
But you don't know?
I wasn't with them
No further questions?
24 hours.
Mr. McDermott, I'm sorry. Anything else for this witness?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Thank you.
The witness may be excused. Mr. McDermott?
Witness may be excused.
Okay. Mr. McDermott, the defense may call its next witness. Sir?
May we approach?
Do you need to approach? Sure.
We need to approach. We're waiting for the bailiff, the sheriff to deliver our next witness. Can we get an update on the status? Somebody have a tracker on our witness, please. Just listening in as we're doing this in the Donna Adelson jury selection, which was happening right here. They're asking jurors about their job description, if they know of anybody. They're finalizing the jury. So I'm listening on that. The judge did say to one of the jury members who goes to school, is a graduate student. He says, I don't know what dates I was supposed to tell my professors, I'm going to be on trial. And he said, we're looking at tomorrow through September 3rd. So that looks like they're probably not going to have opening statements until tomorrow on the Donna Adelson. But maybe he says, since you're already here today, we'll do it. So we'll see. Just waiting to hear. They called his mom? I was talking over that. Let's please be respectful. Just as we are to each other, let's be respectful to the people on the screen.
Come on up, ma'am. And if you would, Ms. Hilton, there are some exhibits up here. I think they're yours. Before you have a seat, if you'll face the deputy and raise your right hand, he'll swear you in.
Ms. Hilton, can you clean up after yourself? Left exhibits all over this. The witness stand is all exhibity right now.
Do you swear to affirm to the testimony that you're about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You have a seat.
This will be interesting.
Please state and spell your full name for the court.
Kathy Wolfenbarger, CathyWolfenbarger.
Good morning, Ms. Wolfenbarger.
Good morning.
Suffice to say, you may be a little bit nervous.
Yes.
You don't like cameras?
No.
Unlike some of us?
No.
Do you know the defendant?
I do.
How do you know him?
He's my son.
Okay, I want to ask you to lean forward, please, and speak closer to the microphone. Okay. And remember to talk kind of slowly.
Okay.
So, how do you know him?
He's my son.
Okay. And did you know Melissa Wolfenbarger?
Yes.
And how did you know Melissa Wolfenbarger?
His wife.
Okay. And did you spend a lot of time around Melissa Wolfenbarger?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. And describe your relationship at the time that you were around her somewhat.
Well, they mostly lived with my mom, and the kids was there, and I would go and visit up there.
How far away did you live from your mom?
From Locust Grove to Stockbridge.
Okay. So how often would you go up there?
Maybe, I don't know, just every other day or once a week or something.
Okay. I want to show you a document that's already been admitted into evidence. Are you familiar with that document?
Yes.
And can you describe what that document is?
Melissa giving me temporary custody of the children.
Right. Okay. And when she gave that to you, did she give you any reason why she was choosing you as opposed to someone else?
She does not want them down her parents' house.
And at some point later, did you make that temporary custody permanent?
She did.
Okay. And you remember what year that was?
I don't know.
And when she had you do that, did you go down to the courthouse, or how did that work out? How did you get the message from her that she wanted you to do that?
Called me on the phone.
From where did she call you from?
I was at my mother's house, my parents' house.
And where was she calling from?
I assumed the court place. I don't know.
At the courthouse?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when Christopher and Melissa moved to Atlanta? Just generally speaking.
I'm not sure.
Do you remember that they moved to Atlanta?
When they moved to Atlanta?
That they moved to Atlanta.
Yes, they did move to Atlanta.
Okay. And do you remember what street they moved on to?
Brookline.
Okay. And who owned the house they lived in?
My parents.
Your parents, both William Autry and Virginia Autry.
Yes.
And did they own any other houses in that area?
2. There was 3 altogether.
3 altogether. Mm-hmm. And did a Mr. Holyfield ever own the house that Christopher lived in?
No, he didn't.
Okay. To your knowledge, did he own any of the houses?
He did not.
Okay.
As my knowledge, he didn't.
Do you know who Mr. Holyfield was?
I'm not sure who. I've heard of the name, but I'm not really sure who he was.
I'm not talking about the boxer.
Oh, no. Okay. No.
All right. Do you remember during the time that Melissa went missing? Did you ever talk to the police? Did the police ever come to talk to you about Melissa being missing?
I can't recall, but I don't know. I can't remember if they did. I don't know.
Is it possible that
it's possibly they did.
Okay. And somewhere around the time frame of 2001, early 2000s, do you remember ever taking down Melissa's pictures from your home?
Well, I'm always changing my walls and my pictures and stuff, so probably did.
Is it possible that
Possible,
it
yes.
Okay. Do you remember a time that certain pictures of Melissa were stolen from your house?
Yes.
Okay. Describe that a little bit for me.
When we had moved to McDonough, I had photo albums in my garage, and there's some photo albums pictures got gone out of the photo albums, and there was 2 lanterns that I had out there that was gone.
2 lanterns?
Lanterns I had on my front porch I had put in the garage, and they had got gone.
And why had you moved the lanterns to the garage?
Because we was working on the front porch painting it, and we was putting the stuff in the garage.
Okay. So you were doing some renovation work?
Yes.
And you put some stuff in storage in the garage?
Yes.
Okay. No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Ms. Hilton, any questions for this witness?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, you just spoke on direct examination regarding the homes your parents owned on Brookline. The homes your parents owned, let me not touch the mic. The home your parents owned on Brookline Street in Atlanta.
Yes.
You said it was 3 homes?
There was duplexes.
Duplexes?
Yeah.
But were there 3 duplexes that they owned?
Yes.
And is one of the addresses 823 Brookline?
Yes.
Was another address 824 Brookline?
Yes.
And what was the third address?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Now, these homes, are they the homes that you grew up in?
The 823 one was.
823 you grew up in. Did you have other family members in 824 in the other?
My uncle.
About how old were you when you moved from Brookline?
How old was I?
Yes. Because you said you grew up in 823, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably about 17 or 18.
When you moved out of Brookline, did your parents still live there?
Yes.
And did your parents eventually move from Brookline?
Yes.
Roughly what years do you think your parents may have moved from Brookline?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
70s, 80s, 90s?
Probably about 2000. I don't know.
Oh, 2000.
I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Once you moved out of the Brookline house, did you ever live back on Brookline?
No.
Once you moved out of Brookline, how often did you go back to Atlanta?
I don't know. I don't know.
I apologize, ma'am. I've heard everything you've said so far, but if you'll just make sure and speak up a little bit into that microphone. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Would you ever go to Brookline to check on the homes on Brookline?
To check on? No. Why would I? No.
No. At some point, did your brother Rick live in one of the houses on Brookline?
Yes.
Which house did he live at? Do you remember?
823.
Did you ever visit your brother on Brookline?
Yes.
Did your brother live at 823 Brookline in the late 80s, early 90s?
I'm sure he did. I'm not sure, I guess. I mean.
Would Chris ever visit your brother Rick at the 823 Brookline house?
I don't know, because I guess. I don't know.
Now, Mr. McDermott asked you about Mr. Holyfield?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes.
It's okay. Do you know Mr. Holyfield's first name?
I have no idea.
Now, you said that Mr. Holyfield never owned any of your homes. Do you know Mr. Holyfield managed any of the homes?
No.
Okay. How do you know Mr. Holyfield?
I don't.
Okay. How do you know that name?
Because it was through the, I don't know. I don't know him.
Okay. Did he have some connection to your parents' homes on Brookline?
I don't know. I don't know who. I've heard the name, but I don't know.
She testified on cross that she didn't know who he was. So this is pretty much asked and answered. What's the point?
Overruled. Go ahead.
You said you know the name. Why do you know that name?
For the houses, I guess. I don't know who. I don't know.
Now, you said that Chris and Melissa lived at your parents' house at some point.
Yes.
Okay. If Chrissy was born in August of 1995, is that fair? Chrissy was born in August of 1995?
Yes.
Okay. When did they live with your parents?
The years I'm terrible with the years. Probably a year old or so, or maybe I don't know before, but probably about a year old or so, or before. I don't know. But.
Were they living with your parents before Chrissy was born?
Before, I don't think so. I think they had no, or I don't know.
So is it fair to say they didn't live with your parents until after Chrissy was born?
Yes.
Okay. And so that's sometimes after 1995?
Yes.
And they lived with your mother for about 2 or 3 years, and moved to Brookline in 1998?
Sounds like it, yes.
And they moved into 824 Brookline?
Yes.
Did you ever visit them at 824 Brookline?
I guess. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Do you know if they were paying rent to your mother when they were staying at 824 Brookline?
I'm pretty sure they was.
Now, in 1998, at least the early part of 1998, you had temporary guardianship of Chrissy and Joey, correct?
Yes.
Did you ever take the kids to go visit their parents on Brookline?
They would come and visit them. Yeah, they would come. Yeah.
When you say they would come, will you bring the kids to Brookline, or you're saying they mean Melissa and Chrissy would come to you?
Chris and Melissa would come in there.
They would come to visit you?
They would, yes, they would come, yes.
Did you ever visit Christopher at his job, at any jobs he ever had?
No.
Do you know where your son was working back in 1998?
I'm not sure, but they said the glass place is what, is that, I don't know.
Had you ever been to the glass place?
No, I don't even know where, no.
You said you don't even know where it is?
No.
Isn't it true that Melissa wanted to dissolve your temporary guardianship in 1998?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
She did not want to dissolve it.
I'm sorry. Can you reread what you said? I mean,
did Melissa want to dissolve the temporary guardianship?
Dissolve it?
Did she not want you to have her kids anymore for a short period of time?
No.
Are you aware about an incident in July of 1998 in which Melissa took out a TPO on your son, a temporary protective order on your son?
I did not.
Did you ever go to court with your son to answer to a temporary protective order?
I didn't know anything about it.
Okay. When Chrissy and Joey were younger, isn't it true you wanted them to call you mother or mom?
No, they just called me mom, but they knew I was their grandmother.
Did you ever tell Melissa, Chrissy or Joey about Melissa after she disappeared?
I told them we would go look for her, but we didn't know where to go look.
When you say you would go look for her, what do you mean?
I mean, she was gone. We would look. I mean,
where'd you go look for her?
I don't have no idea. I mean, if somebody would go, we'd just go look for her.
Where'd you go look for her?
We didn't, because we didn't know where to go.
Oh, so you didn't go look for her?
No.
Did you ever tell them about their mother?
I told her that she had left and that we would go look for her. If we could, that's about it.
Okay, so you told them that she had left and that you would go look for her.
Yeah.
But you never went to go look for her?
We didn't know where she was at.
So why did you tell the kids that you were going to go look for her?
Because we would go look for her if we knew where she was at. I mean,
So is that what you told the kids? If we knew where she was, we would go look for her?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know where she was at. I mean, she left.
Did you ever tell the children that Melissa was their mother?
Yes. And Chris was the father.
Now, you talked about, I guess, Melissa's pictures being stolen. Is that what you told Mr. McDermott?
There was pictures, yes.
Tell me about that. So was just Melissa's picture stolen or all the pictures were stolen?
There was pictures in my photo albums was gone, and some of them was the pictures of Melissa, yes.
So was it only the pictures of Melissa that were stolen?
Pictures of her and Chrissy and just of the kids and all, and her.
Did the children ever ask you, strike that, let me ask a better question. Do you recall Chrissy and Joey finding pictures and asking you about Melissa in those pictures?
No.
Do you recall not telling them who Melissa was?
No.
Do you recall once they began questioning you about Melissa, taking the pictures and putting them in a shed?
No.
Is there any reason anyone would have to make that up?
I have no idea.
Would Chris ever tell his children about their mother?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Did you ever see Chris do it?
No, he would have them.
How often would he have the kids?
He would have them a lot. I mean, he would come up and play with them and take them places, and we all went to Six Flags and just.
When's the last time you remember seeing Melissa?
I guess at the courthouse when we done the papers. I don't think.
I apologize, ma'am. I just need you to speak a little more loudly and clearly into that microphone. Thank you.
I guess when we did the paperwork at the courthouse. I mean, I don't remember when.
Now, is this in 1998?
98, I believe so.
Now, do you recall in 1998 when you got full guardianship or permanent guardianship of the children, do you remember Norma Patton bringing the children to you?
Bringing them to me?
Yes, like giving you the children.
No, I don't remember her bringing them to me. Oh.
Do you remember Norma Patton ever giving you the kids at any point in time?
I remember they was at their house one time, and they brought them back, and they had a head full of lice, and they had Joey had diaper rash, and me and Melissa went down to Walmart and got some stuff and done all their heads with. I mean, that's the only time I remember this.
So you never remember picking the kids up?
The kids up? I don't.
You don't remember that?
I don't.
Okay. Did you ever see Melissa around the holidays in 1998?
We had Christmas at my mom's house.
Okay. Do you remember that being in December of 1998 when you had Christmas at your mom's house?
Yeah, I guess, yes.
Okay. Was Melissa present at that Christmas at your mom's house?
I guess. I mean, I guess she was.
Do you remember seeing her?
Yeah, I guess we're always there. I mean.
When you last saw Melissa, what do you remember? What did she look like?
Long brown hair, just an average girl. I mean, just.
Long brown hair, about your length?
Probably.
Okay. And this is maybe around December of 1998 at that Christmas at your mom's house?
Yes.
Now, after Christmas of 1998, when you didn't see her anymore, did you have any concern about her whereabouts?
Yes.
Did you call the police or anyone to see that she was missing or to report that she was missing?
No.
To your knowledge, did your son call to tell anyone that his wife is missing?
I'm pretty sure he did. I mean, I don't know.
You don't know? In 2000, do you recall a detective from the Henry County Police Department coming to speak to you about Melissa's disappearance?
In 2000?
Yes.
I don't remember.
And do you remember being reluctant about giving him information about Chris?
I don't remember that, no.
Do you recall this detective wanting to kind of make contact with Chris so he can talk to Chris about his wife's disappearance?
I have no recall about any of that, no.
And I guess, is it fair to say that since Melissa went missing, you didn't really go look for her, right?
No, I didn't know where she was at.
To your knowledge, your son didn't go looking for her, right?
I'm pretty sure he did. I mean, I don't know.
And it's safe to say you love your son, right?
Yes.
And as a mother, you're a protector of your son, right?
Yes.
Course indulgence. Sure.
Interesting efforts going on here on both sides for these witnesses. I'm not sure if it's moving the needle. The defendant's sister, I think it was eye-opening when she said, you know, this doesn't sound like Melissa, about the letter. Now the mom, or grandma, who became the mom to Melissa's children, as she took full custody, not recalling a lot about what happened, which fits a lot of the other witness testimony we've had. It does sort of stand out that the Melissa's family, who are pointing the finger of blame at Chris, have very strong recollections of that same time period. It's just it's unique that their memories are quite clear when everyone else's seem to be faded. And we lost the feed. Hang on one second. While we wait for the feed to come back, let me show you what's happening in Donna Adelson.
They're no better than 2 to 3 weeks.
It's
I think
prosecution
it's two side.
asking questions of the jury, potential jurors.
For your planning purposes. All right. Anybody else? Jury service people. Yes, 19.
It was okay. Not something I want to do again.
Yeah, I'm not going to
She's
deduce
asking
from
if
you
these
saying
potential
it was
jurors
okay that you want to
have
do
served on a
this.
jury
I know
before.
It's a big ask and a huge imposition on you, and I don't mean to minimize that at all. I just want to know if it was okay. You know, sometimes juries walk away traumatized, or they argued back there or whatever. So I just want to know if it was anything like that. So you didn't have any.
No, there was no yelling or anything.
Okay.
Prosecutor has said you're not going to hear any evidence today. It doesn't mean there aren't opening statements
And for all
today.
my folks on a jury, without saying what the verdict was, were you able to reach a verdict? The ones that deliberated, everybody did. Okay. All right. Anybody have any legal training on the panel? Okay.
We are still waiting for the feed to come back from Georgia.
Number 22, you said you work at the AG's office, but I don't think you said in what capacity. What type of work do you do? Okay. And your husband, state of Florida, but what type of work?
He's working public record in Chicago.
Okay.
I'm going to crank their audio while we listen in for a little bit.
All right, so I touched on this a little bit already. The burden, and I think the defense will emphasize this, is mine. So that means that I have to prove the case to you with evidence. It's completely my burden, the whole thing. So they don't have to do anything. They don't have to put on witnesses. They don't have. They can do their nails read the newspaper, not participate at all, which of course we don't expect they'll do. But they don't have to prove anything. That's really important. So you've heard no evidence right now. If you were asked to render a verdict right now, it would of course be
not guilty.
Right, because you've heard no evidence. And the only place the evidence is going to come from is this table, right? The state. It's innocent until proven guilty. We prove the case. Would you like to hear from the defendant? Sometimes that's a question. Human nature, yes, but you cannot require the defense to prove anything. Everybody understand that.
Yes.
It's the way our system works. Okay.
I'll fix that here in a second.
Reasonable doubt. You heard an instruction on this, and lawyers tangle with this at jury selection all the time and do a pretty poor job. Probably will not be an exception, but the idea is nothing can be proven to you beyond a mathematical certainty, right? If you knew for sure that a thing happened 100%, it's because you saw it with your own eyes, and that makes you what? A witness, not a juror. So you're going to have to make a decision based on the evidence. And it is a very high burden. It's the highest burden in the land, right? It's a high burden, and it should be. But it's not impossible to convict a guilty person through evidence. You're not going to have 100% mathematical certainty because that's not possible. So the example I use, which probably isn't a great one, number one, did you drive here today?
Yeah.
Where'd you park your car?
Parking garage.
All right. Is your car still there?
I hope so.
You hope so, right? Do you have a reasonable doubt that your car is there where you left it?
No.
Okay. No. Right? Because the evidence says he parked his car there. Did you lock it?
Yeah.
You locked it. Is there any security there?
I mean, yeah, I think so, but who knows?
There's security there. Okay, so he has no reasonable doubt that his car is where he left it. If he gets there and it's not there, he's going to be really surprised. Now, if we change the facts, he left his car there, he didn't lock it. There's no security. There were 2 or 3 very suspicious looking guys lurking around the car when he left. And when he left, he said, "You can have it if you want it. I left the keys in it." Okay, now we're starting to change the facts, right? Now he has a reasonable doubt that the car is there. He basically invited somebody to take it. All right, so you as the jurors will decide, is this doubt reasonable or not, right? So I'm gonna say a bunch of words and they're gonna say a bunch of words, but ultimately at the end of the day, when you get back there and you're assessing a doubt, I have a doubt. Well, tell me about it. You talk about it. Is it reasonable? That's your question, right? And you decide what's reasonable or not. Okay? Shaking of head.
This is still prosecution whittling down the potential jurors for this trial. I know I've got some crackling going on. Let's see if I can get that fixed. Give me a second. We're getting there. Okay, is that better? A little quieter. I think we've got openings. What trial is this, Barb? This is the Donna Adelson. We're just waiting. They're having technical issues on the Georgia trial, where we're not able to get anything from court, audio or video. So we're just in a holding pattern until that comes through again. Which is just coming through. Give me a second.
And can you describe what's in that photograph, please?
Okay, this was Savannah,
I have to
and we was in Savannah, Georgia, and we're sitting on a bench, and Chris and Melissa are eating ice cream cones, and there's Kimberly and there's Chrissy in the stroller.
And how old is Chrissy in that picture?
She's in a stroller, so I figure about 2, maybe, or 1 or so.
A couple more questions. In that picture, is Melissa wearing long sleeves and long pants?
No, she's in like a little short little, what is that, like a culottes thing, like a...
And has she got any bruises on her arms or legs? Or
No, not at all. And she's smiling and she's laughing, happy.
Red Pen, thank you very much for the gifted memberships. 5 of them. Thanks for the 842 of you who found your way to the like button and deposited your DNA.
Ms. Hilton, any additional questions for this witness? And when y'all are done, if you'll sort of just collect the photographs on that front ledge. Thank you all.
See if we're done with this witness. I'm waiting to see if the bailiff...
First, ask you this. In 2023, around December of 2023, did members of the Fulton County District Attorney's Office and Investigator Shepard come to your home or your daughter's home to speak with you?
23. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know.
Do you remember seeing this man before?
Katia,
do you
welcome.
Remember him?
I think I've seen him before. I mean, yes.
Was that at your home?
At my home? I don't think it was at my home. I don't remember. I don't know.
Do you remember anyone in the 2020s coming to talk to you about Melissa's disappearance?
Yeah, they came to my daughter's house. Was it last year or something like that?
And that was before Chris got arrested. Is that fair to say?
Before, yes. I think it was in January or so.
Now, we talked about these pictures. Looks like graduations, fishing trips, birthdays, kindergarten graduations. And these are all events that Melissa didn't have the pleasure of enjoying. Is that correct?
She was in some of the pictures.
She's in one of the pictures, right?
I guess. I mean, yeah.
Is it just that last one where I think they asked you about what clothes she was wearing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
This is the only picture that has Melissa, right?
I'm sorry, is that a yes, ma'am?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
And that's good. This picture's in 1995 or 6 because Chris is in the stroller.
Chris is in the stroller. There was one that we went to Six. There was one that we stayed at Six Flags.
But in this picture, this is before 1998, correct?
I guess. Yes.
Okay. So this is before Melissa ever called the police on Chris for hitting her, correct?
I don't know.
And some of these pictures are after 1999. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay. After Melissa's body and head was found on Avon Street?
I guess. I mean,
the body was
after her torso, which has never been found?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Melissa didn't have the opportunity to participate in her children's lives because she was dead, correct?
I guess. I mean, I don't know what happened to her. I mean,
Sustained.
It's argumentative.
I already said sustained, but thank you.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything else, Mr. McDermott?
Nothing for this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You may step down, ma'am. And the witness may be excused. Mr. McDermott? Okay, the witness is excused. You can just leave that there, ma'am. Thank you.
She'll clean up after herself.
So, it is my intention. It's nearing on 12:45, and so I was going to go ahead and break for lunch. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it is about 12:40. I'm going to have you back in here around 1:40 to resume the afternoon. So we're going to break for 1 hour for lunch. Enjoy your lunch.
So they're going to break for lunch. Let's listen for a second and see if they talk about this witness that needs to be picked up from home and delivered to the courthouse by the sheriff. Give him a second. We are very close. We are 82 likes away from reaching our goal of 1,000 on the stream.
Okay, you may be seated. Mr. McDermott, I need at some point to have a conversation with Mr. Wolfenbarger in terms of his intentions regarding testifying. Is that a conversation that you've already had with Mr. Wolfenbarger, and that's a decision that's been made by Mr. Wolfenbarger to your satisfaction?
Not quite.
Not quite.
I want to talk with him one more time about it.
Okay, so talk about it over lunch, and then perhaps we'll revisit it when we return from lunch before the jury comes back in?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else the parties want the court to take up before we adjourn for lunch?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense.
Okay, thank you. We are in recess until, for that reason, if you guys could come back a little closer to 1:30 instead of 1:40. But
Your Honor, off the record.
Yes, sir.
I'll just be frank.
I'll just be frank. What? Come on, don't say off the record. Just because it's off the record doesn't mean that we don't get to hear. I mean, everyone else in court gets to hear. Off the record doesn't mean turn off the audio. Bug Dugger, thank you very much. We did just pass the 1,000 mark on the likes. That was quick. You guys are super fast. Thank you for that. Ain't no way he's testifying, right? I don't think he should. I don't think it would be good if he did. I mean, if they're able to drag him through dirt, and I think there is some dirt, that would be bad. Let's do a quick check here, check in on what's happening with Donna Adelson as we are monitoring both trials, the one being in jury selection. Let's jump back to there really quickly.
And number 25, do you manage anyone currently?
Aside from my children.
Yeah.
Not currently, but I do have about 7 years in leadership experience.
Okay. And is that in the sales world?
Yeah, sales, customer service related.
Okay. Did you hear my spiel about reasonable doubt? Feel like you're getting your head around that one a little bit? Okay, same with you, sir. Okay. All right, well then we will keep it moving.
Love jury selection. This is
jury
great
decides
audio.
the facts, and you'll be the judge of the facts, not of the person. We're not asking you to render judgment on anyone. But still hearing that, some jurors sometimes feel like this is too heavy, this is a very serious case. Is there anybody that feels like, I'm not sure I could make a decision knowing how serious the case is? For whatever reason. First row? Second row?
Sandy, thank you for
There
5
are
gifted
guys.
memberships.
No.
Corel Saul, welcome to the gallery.
So your job will be to hear the evidence and to make a decision. Have these crimes been committed? And is this the person that committed the crimes? Judge of the facts. And the judge is going to give you all the law that you need. You don't need any legal training. Please don't do any research on the law. And his job is to sort of referee what comes in as evidence and make sure the rules of evidence are followed in the courtroom. The judge's job also includes sentencing, so you will not be asked to make any recommendations or determinations about sentencing at all in this case. Does anybody feel...
Hold on, we have a prank call. Hold on. Hello? Dang it. Missed it. I was too slow. Okay, we're going back.
Can you set it aside number 18, or is that something that would weigh on you?
Can set it aside.
Okay. Anybody feel like I would worry about that? All right. Many of you have had some kind of interaction with law enforcement or close friends or family members that have. Have any of those been significant, meaning they've impacted you in some way personally? I mean, if you had a DUI 20 years ago and it was handled fairly, I don't need to know more about that. But if something has really colored your view of the criminal justice system or impacted you personally, we had some folks that had some quite serious cases that friends or family members have been involved in. I want to know, was the person treated fairly? And how has it impacted you? First row, anybody volunteer to say, I've been impacted by crime in a way that has deeply affected
Dr. Wolfenbarger,
me.
this is not true. She's still whittling things down.
Second row, anybody treated unfairly? We had somebody that...
She's asking questions of the jury, which you cannot do once the trial starts. This is still the process where she gets to put strikes in and remove people for cause or asked to be removed for cause or removed for just because they can. So the jury is not finalized yet. These are still prospective jurors.
An informant for them or something or other, I don't know. And then when they couldn't get a hold of him, naturally they issued a warrant for me because he used my ID.
Yes, sir.
So once I found all that out and got a hold of the right folks, the system actually worked well for me once they got dash cam and body cam video and was clearly able to see it wasn't me. I was able to get everything resolved. So
sure, but
really
what a
bad
headache to
experience
get
early
there.
on and turned out pretty positive.
This juror was arrested because his brother stole his identity. and
Anything
committed a
about
crime.
that you think would bleed into your deliberations on this case? Oh, I think the cops are all crooked, all arrests are false, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Second row, anybody else deeply affected by crime? Any crime in your life? Okay. Third row, anybody fall into that category?
I can't wait for this trial. This is going to be a banger.
Who thinks there is a significant problem with the criminal justice system? It's broken, doesn't work well. Just raise a paddle.
Are we talking Fulton County or?
I'm a little broken. Okay, I'm seeing a couple little paddles. Little broken, not perfect.
Not perfect.
Not perfect.
Lindsay,
We
this is
can
the
all
start
agree
of the
with that
big
one,
trial
I
we're
think.
about to jump to.
Anybody feel like you have such
still
strongly
picking the
held
jury.
views in that regard that you think it could impact your ability to follow the law and render a fair verdict in this case? Seeing shaking of heads. Okay. Anybody had a bad experience with law enforcement? I know I'm asking the same question 3 or 4 different ways, but I just want to make sure I'm catching everybody. Yes, sir. 24.
I was pulled over. My plate came up with a stolen plate from another state, and I had guns drawn on me, and they figured out that it was from another state finally, but when you have guns drawn on you, it's not a fun thing.
It's a bad experience.
Yes.
Anything about that you think might interfere with your ability to do your job in this
No, 'cause
case?
They offered a lot of apologies after that, and the guy said,
Too little, too late.
"Yeah, it was," and I was headed to work, so
Yeah.
luckily I was not late.
You were not falling asleep at your desk that day.
Before you continue, I'm curious.
Did you have on the mail carrier uniform?
I had my uniform on, but I'm an electronic technician.
I see.
Fix the machines.
Please continue, Ms. Kaplan.
All right. Law enforcement officers. So several of you have either backgrounds in law enforcement, yourself or a close friend or family member that's been in law enforcement or is in law enforcement. And the reason why we inquire about that is because we want to make sure we have jurors that, obviously, you heard my list. There's quite a few law enforcement officers on the list. So jurors that can listen and be critical of law enforcement, so open-minded. If you learn that they have specialized training and experience and are qualified to, you know, have authority on some topic more than the average person, then great, you can believe them more than the average person. But we don't do that just because they're wearing uniforms. So we don't automatically believe everything they say. We don't automatically disbelieve everything they say just because they're law enforcement. Anybody feel like they struggle with that? And the defense may get up and say, you know, so-and-so, your father was a law enforcement officer. Somebody was. Whose dad is? Okay, your dad isn't a law enforcement officer. Don't you automatically believe what law enforcement says? And, you know, maybe that was true before coming in here. Probably not for you. But the instructions of the court are level playing field. Can everybody apply the instructions of the court on law enforcement? Okay, they can make mistakes, right? They're also not perfect, like the system. Okay, what are undercover operations? Anybody know? Volunteers? Just letting me flounder up here. Number one?
She's trying to
undercover operations, like a law enforcement operation that's undercover. What does that mean?
She wants to be quite likable with the jury going into this.
When the people don't know that the cops are there trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah, like the cops are posing as not cops.
Right.
Posing as someone else. So they're tricking somebody, right? Anybody uncomfortable with the idea that law enforcement is permitted legally to pose as somebody else and trick criminals to get information and to solve cases? Anybody feel uncomfortable with that? What do you think? 13.
I see the benefit of it. I think the technique in which it is executed is the one that catches my attention.
What do you mean?
So if somebody, you know, it all depends on who it is that they're going after and the subject themselves, right? But if a law enforcement officer is posing as somebody in order to try to entrap people.
Yes, okay, entrapment would be crossing that line.
Who are not intending to commit a crime, I would take issue with that.
Okay, so entrapment would be exceeding their authority to pose as someone else. But for the sake of this argument, let's assume it's not an entrapment situation, but it is a situation where an officer is posing as someone else.
No problem.
Okay, anybody feel like that's not fair, that's not cool? What do you think, 11?
I think if there's justifiable means to be there doing undercover work, then I'm okay with it.
Is it necessary though? What do you think? 5.
It depends on the context of it. Sometimes it is necessary. I mean, I feel like for police officers, because I mean, depending on the crime that's committed, police officers not always go in. I mean, it depends on, like you said, entrapment. It depends on the context of the situation.
Sure.
If you're trying to entrap criminals, whereas if you're trying to just, how do I word this? Depends on the context greatly, because you can't legally try to coerce them into a crime.
Right.
You are.
Hey, I'll give you $50 to take this crack rock over there and sell it to that guy. That wouldn't be okay, right? But what about like posing? Typically we think of, narcotics operations. If you're trying to infiltrate these higher levels where you really can't have access to investigate those people unless you send someone in posing as a fellow Confederate, right? Everybody okay with the concept? Within limits, of course. Okay. What is premeditation? This is a premeditated murder. What does that mean?
It's like you planned it.
It's like you planned it. Okay, that was juror 23. So what type of evidence would show premeditation?
Bloody footprints, clothes.
Bloody footprints? What?
A weapon.
No.
Okay, how does that show the operation of the mind, though, the intent?
Google searches ahead of time.
With their fingerprints on the weapon, then that's not admitting full guilt right there. I mean, but that's pretty damning evidence.
Okay, yeah.
Let's get him off.
What about for intent, though? Number 16, what do you think? How do I prove premeditation. You know, I didn't just haul off and kill someone on a whim. I thought about it. I had a conscious intent that that crime be committed at the time it was committed. How do I prove that? How do I prove what someone was thinking?
I think we would have to rely on evidence that predated the moment of the attack. So if you have
Bingo.
like, any sort
Keep
of
him.
records or definite plans or things that were found, like
Map of the bank, right? That's how they do it in the movies. They roll it out on the table, get the blueprints and that sort of thing. What else? What other type of evidence might prove intent? 15? Can you think of anything else? Conversations. I'm gonna kill that guy, right? That's pretty good evidence that you're planning to kill the guy. What about motive? Motive, would that be important to your consideration, number 7, of intent?
Yeah, I think so. There would have to be some sort of justifiable cause where you could empirically say that would lead a person to premeditate an act of aggression on the victim for X, Y, and Z reasons.
So you kind of want to know why, right?
I think we'd have to know why.
Well, I mean, sometimes you can imagine a scenario where the manner of the killing might prove intent.
Sure.
You know, shooting once is different from shooting 100 times, right? As far as if you're trying to evaluate intent. So that could be part of it. But certainly motive is very important and jurors want to know why. So the why could potentially be important. Everybody agree with that? What do you think? 12. Any other ideas of what type of evidence? Like, how are you going to prove? You see the problem. How do you prove what someone was thinking?
Right, certainly any records that they've considered it, discussed it, solicited someone to help with it, or done searches about how to efficiently execute the crime beforehand, and that sort of evidence.
Okay. Would you be open to all those types of circumstances to try and show what the person was thinking, as opposed to the type of evidence I laid out right away, which was, I'm going to kill that guy.
Right.
And that's great. But if you don't have that, can you evaluate all the other circumstances?
Yeah, and you have to see if they push you beyond the reasonable doubt.
Yeah. Any other type of evidence, let's get away from premeditation, but in general that you would expect to see in a case like this, a particular type of evidence? Number 23 mentioned fingerprints, clothing, anything else like that that you guys are kind of expecting?
Financial records.
Gun residue?
Financial records.
Financial records? If it's, what kind of financial records? Why would you be expecting that in this case, or a case like this?
If, from what we were told earlier about the case and the charges, if you're soliciting it, setting aside money, or, you know, transferring money to someone, or
right.
something.
So if it's a murder for hire, you'd expect some kind of money to be involved, some type of transaction. Okay. Somebody else down here? Text messages, phone calls. Okay. Yes, sir. Number 6.
If I remember correctly, came from.
I'm sorry, repeating here.
If I remember correctly, I remember hearing coming from Miami to Tallahassee, so like gas station receipt.
Okay. Some evidence of that travel. Okay. What else? It's so fun when y'all help me better. Okay.
She's good at what she does.
So you know it's a murder for hire. You know there's more than one person involved. You, though, as jurors in this case, will only be asked to decide the involvement and guilt or not guilt of one criminal defendant. Are you able to set aside your thoughts and feelings about the other people that may be involved in the case and focus your verdict? How does the evidence relate to this defendant? Everybody feel like they can do that? Okay. If the evidence shows that the defendant is not the one that pulled the trigger, does that make a difference? What do you say? Why are you shaking your head no, number 15? Why doesn't that make a difference? Okay, so even if you don't pull the trigger, you can be charged with murder? But what?
I'm sorry, we can't hear you.
Please speak up, number 15.
Okay, you could be charged with accessory, but you don't think murder. Who else, by a show of hands, thinks if you don't pull the trigger, You cannot be charged with murder. Nobody? Why not?
Because you're wrong.
Number 2.
If you're, if you hire someone or something like that, definitely you're not committing the crime personally, but if you're telling someone else to do it and they do it, then that, I think something pretty close to it, yeah. I mean, maybe
Okay.
not murder itself, but there might be some type of
Maybe not murder itself, but it might be something close. What do you think? Number 20.
It's the way the law is written.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pull the trigger, but you can still be charged with murder. The law allows that you can still be charged with prohibited action.
Okay. According to the law of our state, and the judge will give you the law. You do not need to know the law. I tricked you, and I'm sorry. But you can be charged just the same as if you pulled the trigger if you also did some act or said some word to cause that murder to be done, some affirmative act to cause that murder to be done, and you intended it be done. Okay? It's called a principle. So, court reporter and I are going to do a bank heist, and we know when we go in there, the first thing we're going to do is kill the security guard. Okay? That's our plan. We both understand that that's what we're going to do. But I'm the shooter. She's the bag lady. She's going to get the money. We go in there, we do it, we're successful until we get caught. We can both be charged with first-degree murder of that security guard, the same as if she had pulled the trigger. Is that fair? How is it fair? 23.
Y'all planned it together.
But I
Sorry,
pulled.
say that. I didn't hear you.
Y'all planned it together.
But I'm the one that pulled the trigger. Shouldn't I be worse off than her?
She knew what was going to happen.
She did. That's been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. So you agree with that law?
Yes.
Anybody disagree with that law? I do not think it's fair. It should be, as juror number 2 thought walking in here, something close to it, but not exactly the same. Okay. Now that I gave you the spoiler, you won't admit it. All right, so number 2, knowing that now, would you be able to follow that law?
Yeah.
What do you think, number 15? If the law says we can both be convicted of first-degree murder, and it's proven, would you be able to convict her of first-degree murder even though she didn't pull the trigger? You would be able to follow that law.
You cannot hear him.
Number 15, please speak up as much as you can.
Yeah.
You would. If there was a law that the judge reads you in this case that you did not agree with, would you be able to follow it anyway, or do you think it would be incumbent upon you to do what your gut is telling you? What do you think? Number 16?
Since we're here to decide if something followed or broke the law, I would go with the law.
Go with the law. Number 8?
Yeah, definitely.
Follow the law no matter what, even if you don't like it?
Yeah, it's not me to decide the law. It's just for us to stick to it.
Okay. It's the legislature's job. We're going to leave that to them. Okay. What is a conspiracy? Volunteers for that one? How about you, number 14? What's a conspiracy?
I'm not sure. Like the legal stuff.
You don't need to know the legal stuff, just what's your idea of it? Come and speak.
A group of people getting together or saying they have anything that they're baby.
Please speak up. Number 14.
A group of people. I'm trying to say a definition without using the word conspire.
Yeah.
For example, I'm stumbling to do.
Getting together to do something?
To make something happen with
Okay.
other reasoning behind it.
Okay.
I'd like to say that it doesn't even have to be a group. You can conspire to do something alone.
Number 8, okay. Is that what you're doing right now? You want to tell us something? Okay. Do you all agree that a conspiracy can be evidence circumstantially? And what I mean by that is, and this is hard because we can't talk about what the evidence is, but I'm asking you to imagine that it could be proven to you that people conspired to do something without an express, we're gonna, go in and kill the security guard, without that being expressly stated. Can you imagine other evidence, circumstantial evidence? For example, we walk in and I walk directly over to the security guard and blow him away, right to the head, right? Immediately. And she says in front of everybody, yeah, just like we planned, okay? That would never happen. But, okay, it's not in the plan. The conspirators generally don't write out a manifesto where they say, this is going to be my role, and this is going to be your role, and this is what we're all going to do. But you can infer it from the circumstances, the way the crime was done, the other communications in the case, the other evidence in the case. Can you be open to that? Nodding of heads. Yes. Very good, thank you.
This case is going to be so much fun.
Does it matter how long it takes to make an arrest in a criminal case? You guys all heard the statement of the case. This crime occurred in 2014. Number 6, how old were you in 2014? 9. Can you even care about something that happened when you were 9? Can you, sir? Does it matter how long it's been?
I think as long as the crime that you're being charged for is within the statute of limitations, I think it's fair to be arrested for a crime that you could have committed. Sometimes it takes years to build evidence and things like that.
Anybody feel like it's too long? I just can't consider evidence from 2014. I was 9. Everybody else, can you keep an open mind to evidence and a long investigation?
Got a little hiccup in the signal here as well. Who's in charge of the internet today? This is some fun stuff. We might take a little lunch break and come back. We're still trying to, let's see. Wolfenbarger over here. Wolfenbarger's still at lunch. This one has now frozen. So, let's see. You're going to plug it back in today. Sorry. Thank you. I think we're going to take a lunch. Just as a tease. This is the Donna Adelson case is going to be fire. It's going to be a longer case. It's probably one of the more difficult ones to understand, as far as there are many different players and many different cases. One victim, multiple people involved. Some people charged already. Some people haven't been charged. It's going to be a little convoluted. It's a family crime dynamic that's going to be fun to get into. So it's going to take a little investment on the front end. The best way to do that is probably to be here for opening statements. I believe this same prosecutor is going to tell the story, and as you can tell, she's easy to listen to. She has a good style that way. She's going to tell the story to these jurors of what they will hear, what the evidence will show. That will probably be the best way, probably better than me doing any sort of recap and catching you up. So please please plan on being here for that. And we're still frozen. Let's see if we can jump back there now. Money laundering. You need literally laundering the money. Yeah, it's still we're still struggling with the audio. All right, let's go to lunch. Let's do that. Let's go to lunch. When we come back, we will pick up. We've only got like maybe half an hour. When we come back on the Wolfenbarger case, we expect the defense to make a more verbose. They've sort of put a bookmark in and said we want a judgment of acquittal motion. We expect that to happen, and then we're also going to be keeping an eye out for this case and watch for the jury selection to be finalized. And once that's done, opening statements should ensue. So that should happen today. There will be no testimony today, no evidence, but that'll be good. All right. We have a portal set up to continue the Christopher Wolfenbarger trial. When the time is right, we'll also portal from there to the Donna Adelson trial. So that's gonna be fun. All right. Just need music and we'll be set. Do we have music? That's my job, so there we go. We got music. Make sure I've got the right portal built. Yep, we're good. I think I need to do DoorDash because Mrs. RA took everything. She even took all the water bottles. Like all my water. I don't have any water today. Because she took, the kids are, I guess I can tell you where they're at now because they're going to be done. They're at Tree Runner in Raleigh, which is a ropes course built in a forest of very, very tall trees. So 60, 80 feet up in the air, there's ropes courses, and they're climbing and swinging from ropes and rope swings. They're nuts. They're all nuts. They're crazy, but they love it. Very, very safe, too. It's an amazing little adventure. Tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live in about 20 minutes. Continuing coverage of the Wolfenbarger trial, as well as watching Donna Adelson trial, which will be kicking off as soon as this afternoon. Please be here for that. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch together. We'll see you on the flip side. Bye.
Hush! Now I'm trying to have court. You don't raise your voice.
Because he's the guy.